Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. However you happen to be watching and or listening to this, I want to welcome you to a special episode of the Gaming Circle Podcast. The podcast where, yes, this week, as you can see, I do not have the Everborn Saga with me. He's on vacation. Well, somewhat on vacation. He's somewhere probably in my neck of the woods right now. If he is watching, salute to you, good sir. He's out there doing the family thing. So, of course, I decided to bring in some pinch hitters. You know what I'm saying? I decided to throw it out there and get back some of the heavy hitters in our gaming community, and much appreciated. They have obliged. Before we get to my guests, I will say welcome to all the great people that are watching already. The numbers are swelling. I see them on my screen. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you so much. Of course, I'm your host, K Asante, TKO Asante, and all them socials that we communicate. And yeah, today is going to be a special one. It's going to be fun. There's a lot to address. There's news things going around that we're going to talk about. But I think this episode we will most likely just we'll recap last year's show, last year's Xbox Game Showcase, and maybe possibly talk about some of the potential prognostications and the predictions that we have for the future showcase. So let me go ahead and introduce my guests here. And if you know these guys, they need no introduction on this here channel, but I'm going to give them one anyway. But you know what? Because today is a special occasion, and these gentlemen don't know I was about to do this. Because this is a special occasion, and I've been on their show. I've watched their show. I'm an avid fan of all the stuff they do. I'm going to introduce them a different way. Excuse me a moment.
Nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So with Everborn Saga not here, we had to call in the pinch hitters. We have the man Hargeet Shani in the spot. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? One more week. We get that showcase. Oh yeah.
Hey,
We got the Black Viking in the spot. What's going on?
we Gucci, baby. We Gucci. We
Of
mobbing.
course. We got the Black Skeleton in the spot. Good morning, sir. What's going down?
Good morning. I'm feeling right at home.
We would have had the third member of the Longhouse podcast, but life happens, and it's cool. It's cool. But we're here. We're going to have fun this morning. Okay, enough of that. So
I was rocking. I was rocking, baby.
Yes, I appreciate that. I had to do a little bit of that. Just a little bit of that. Gray beards, we had to do a little bit of that. I'm good. I'm good, though. I'm good. I'm here. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, he brought the horn.
There's the horn.
The horn's
There
here.
it goes, baby.
There it is.
There it goes, baby.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, yes. So thank y'all so much for being here. Oh, the chat's already coming for me. I'm sorry, okay? I had to do that. Every once in a while, you got to do a little bit of that. Okay, calm down. But okay, before we get properly started, let me jump. I got a couple quick super chats. Let me address them right from the top. Of course, always prolific in the morning. He's always here, Mr. MJ Dark, aka Handheld King, Latin quarters we call him. He says with a $5 super chat. He says, "Morning, K Asante. Hello to the Black Viking. One half of the Ragoons." Oh boy, you gotta have to.
Oh, hey, listen, MJ.
Ragoons.
It's that tether. It's that tethered life, baby.
Oh man, he says may need to wait for the ROG X for your gameplay clips, huh? NHO for life, Chico.
Hey, already talking shit.
Okay.
Come on, man.
This is what they do in the morning. This is what they do. They come here.
It's too early.
And then we got a $2 super chat from Hollywood Rules. Thank you, sir, for being here. He says, K-Form Voltron. Good morning, sirs. Let's go. Indeed, I did. Indeed, I did. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here for it. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for being here. You know what? Before we even get started and all of that, Hargeet, man, how you been? It's been a minute since we chatted. How's things going with you? Are you excited for next week?
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I mean it's been good. We've had the massively awesome PlayStation State of Decay continue.
Oh Lord. Wow, it's gonna be that kind of show. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, yes.
Well, anyway,
that was him, not me. That was him. Okay.
Well, it's facts. It is what it is.
Okay.
You just got to call it, how it is. But, we had some other good news this week with I believe it was this week. This has been so much news all the time, but, confirmation of Game Pass with Call of Duty, and they're not going to have tiers for, Game Pass for Call of Duty. Stuff like that, right? All that came through this week.
All the fun has been laid bare, and it's all gone now. It is what it is.
And there was a nice trailer for Black Ops 6 with Xbox all over it, no PlayStation. And then PlayStation responded with that State of Decay. I mean, I'm sorry, State of Play. And yeah, we'll get into that.
Hargeet, that was a PC State of Play, man. To be honest,
it was.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, look, and half those games are coming to Xbox as well.
I will be the one that pushes back and says, "Yo, Astrobot was amazing." Don't.
It was. Astrobot was great. No, nobody. I think universally, everybody says Astrobot's amazing. Universally,
yes, it is.
If that's your headliner, Astrobot's your headliner. Yeah, you're in trouble.
Come on! All right, it's gonna be that kind of show. Hey,
it ain't cool, Mario. Cool. I'm sorry, but it ain't. That's not your headliner, right? This is what? This is freaking.
Here's my pushback to you on that,
and that's their headliner.
I don't disagree that it's not Mario. I don't, right? But I will say no one has ever come so close to that Mario energy. Like, if you keep this up.
We'll see.
Hey, this is quite special. It's quite good. We shall see.
No, they got a good.
It's hard.
They got a good thing there. They got a good thing with Astrobot.
Yeah, I played it. I couldn't even finish it. But anyway, now
this
hard.
He woke up, ate his Wheaties, and okay,
how it is.
Okay, all right.
I'm just telling you how it is. Right?
Indeed, sir. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. How about you, Black Viking? How about you hit the people off? What's good with you? How you doing this morning? What's new?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Finally got to play some Hypercharge yesterday. Listen, because I've been waiting for the weekend because I wanted to play it with my kids. Split screen is amazing. We did like 4 or 5 campaign maps or whatever on normal mode. Kids was killing it, man. My little 8-year-old twins.
Nice.
We were all playing because you know what's funny? We just watched Small Soldiers.
Ooh. Oh wow! So it really fit right in.
So they were hype to play this, man. Oh, and it was a good time, man. Like, shout out to I forgot the developer's name. Dang, I forgot his name, but shout out to him, man. Like, they put in work on that, like, for sure. I really love that game. It's really good.
And it's great that you mentioned that. The developer is called Digital Cyber Cherries.
Okay,
that's
Digital
the
Cyber Cherries.
The developer. They both developed and published the game, Digital Cyber Cherries. And actually, because you bring that up, today we are gifting or giving away 2 copies of Hypercharge.
Let's go.
We'll do one of those things where we put a hashtag in the chat. You opt in, and then we'll pick one. We'll use the picker to pick out 2 of them. One will be to Gen Pop, and the other will be just to one of the members in our fair channel. So if you're not a member, please think of becoming a member. By the way, let me do my hosting spiel. Please hit the like button if you haven't done so already, because the algorithm must be fed. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
and of course, as we go along, we'll pick from the picker, and we will definitely get that copy to people. I too am a big fan of that developer. I've seen his journey. Like, I think it was 2 years ago or so. They were like, well, if we get enough likes, we'll put it on we'll put it on Xbox. They got all the likes on Twitter and all that. And it's been a journey for them getting it to the
he just announced yesterday that they sold 25,000 copies of it, man.
Nice.
Like, fantastic, self-published. That's great, man. Yeah. That's so excellent. First entry, like, that's super good, man.
Yeah, I saw this game coming from a long time too. Like, I saw I didn't even think it was coming out at one point. I was like, is this a real game? And then now to see it in fruition, it's amazing for sure.
It is awesome, bro. It is awesome. You know what? We're gonna start this thing proper. We'll talk some games we've been playing. We'll throw and I have a feeling before we get into the showcase and all of that, I have a feeling this is gonna be a very indie focused show. It is what it is. I love my indies. Some of it will be a cautionary tale from me, and the others will be, please support your devs. But you know what, Black Skellington, I'll start with you because you have been playing a game that I also was playing. I saw you streaming it. That music was hitting. Tell the fine people what's been keeping you busy, sir.
Well, yeah, what you're talking about, the Rogue Prince of Persia, played that on the stream on the Longhouse podcast yesterday. Pretty cool. Challenging. The music is fire though, and
it keeps you going, right?
It keeps me going. It makes me want to get farther into the game too to see what other kind of tracks they have going. I'm definitely enjoying that. I've been playing the one that really got me. Well, I would say 2 games. I played Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Excellent.
Early access.
Excellent.
I decided it's like a Dead by Daylight type of game. I've only played a little bit, but not bad. A lot of squeaky shoes. If you like Killer Clowns, that's your jam. So been playing that, and I've been playing yesterday, and I'm gonna be playing this after this stream. Cookie Cutter, yo, that.
Shout out to Stefano. We had him on the show. The Italian developer. That game is something else, right?
So cool. The art style. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna just say intro crawling. I was losing it. I was like, I'm in. I'm sold. I love this.
And the partner and your companion, and you're just like, it took me a while to figure that out. I was like, okay, yeah, all right.
So cool. I love Metroidvanias, and I've never played one with this art style or grid or nothing like this one. So I'm definitely enjoying that. And I've been playing 33 Immortals, man. Played that last night as well. That game is stellar.
It's special.
Stellar.
That game is special. Absolutely. I've been playing. I tried the early access myself. I'm not a multiplayer guy, but I can't wait to play this with people I know. Like it's very cool. It's cool.
But yeah, that's what's been.
It's kind of perfect for like a community event too, because you can get 33 people.
33 people. I mean, come on. Yeah, you got the whole squad. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
definitely gonna have to use Discord for that chat.
Yeah, I know, right? How about you, Black Viking? What you been playing, sir?
Yeah, so Hypercharge. I've been playing Tales of Arise, and God, I'm all over the place, man. Dragon's Dogma back in there.
Okay.
And 33
Are you on
Immortals.
console or PC? How you playing Dragon's Dogma? I always got to ask.
I play that on console.
Okay, is that thing like in the city still like?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe it's fine because I got used to it.
Okay. But in that city, boy,
it will. What else, man? Played a little bit of Humanity last night.
Nice.
I'm all over the place,
awesome.
man. It is. I played it on PlayStation.
Awesome. Yep,
I played it on PlayStation, and then now that it's on Xbox, I'm trying to get those achievements. So
cool.
Yeah.
Pro tip for those who have it on Xbox or Xbox Game Pass or have the PC version, it's also got a VR mode where you can literally zoom into all the people and be like God mode. Like,
that's cool.
It's also available if you so choose. Yeah, it's quite cool. It's a people puzzle thing for those who haven't checked it out. It's quite interesting. It's weird. There are people falling off to their doom every 2 seconds. I don't know why. There's a story reason, but I haven't gotten to that part. How about you, Hargy? What you playing?
I haven't had a chance to play too much because I've been on too many podcasts. So that's all I've been doing. I did finish Tales of Kinzera.
Excellent.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like platformers. I'll just say that, but the story was good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Nice little.
I think we're losing you. You're a little bit stuck on the screen. You might connection's a little tough right now. Yeah. You're kind of. At least your frozen pause is quite good though.
Really? I mean, I'm on mine. It's still going. So I will just stop the camera and start it again and see what it does.
Yeah, no worries. It's still stuck.
Is it working now? Is it still?
It's still stuck. It's weird. Drop out and drop back in again. I'll let you back in. Go ahead. Yes. All right. So while we wait for Mr. Hargy Chani to jump back in, I will quickly talk about game that I have been playing. A couple games, just a couple, just to kind of remind the people what I meant by cautionary tale. One, and here he is. Yep, much better. Much better.
All right. Yeah, we're good.
You good? Absolutely. Yeah. So one, I heard that this studio was getting shut down, and it made me real sad. So I wanna put that out there, and hopefully people may give it a shot. This is Roll 7. If you haven't heard of them, they made Olli Olli World.
I played that.
What else? Have you? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The music, man. The music. It is so damn good in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It became like a soundtrack to my life for a summer. Like, it's just so damn good.
It's fun.
Yes. And the gameplay is basically if you like your Tony Hawk Pro Skater type situations, you're doing multiple runs. Let me cut through here real quick. Doing multiple runs, trying to get the best run you can. And that music just, it is something else. Like, It's got that real cool neo soul hip hop type of vibe. It is just excellent. And now I hear that they're closing the studio, which is very sad to me. I know they also made Kerbal Space Program and a few other games. It's unfortunate, right? Take-Two is the backer of these guys, so it's not necessarily really indie, but all their games tended to have very indie kind of flair to them. So hey, if you like your indie style games or your indie style devs, please support them devs before they become a cautionary tale. Is I guess the point here. So I heard they were closing, and I decided to put this back into the rotation and just kind of play it a little bit. If you are in between your runs of, say, Hellblade 2, this might be a nice palate cleanser for you. And trust, the music is worthy. It's really, really cool. Another game I've been playing, and this is on that topic of support your indie dev. I don't know if y'all heard of this game. It's called Fading Afternoon. Now, if you haven't heard of this game, as you see it, it's like a Nintendo-esque bad dudes, like old school style game. Now, the dev, single dev, I think, with I think he's from Russia, single developer. He's getting people to help him as he's going along. He said online this week that he barely got Metacritic. Right, he barely few Metacritic folks reviewed it on PC, so he's now trying to get more people to play it on Switch and all of this. We threw now y'all looking at the graphics, y'all seeing what I'm putting on there. We threw all these flowers at Hellblade 2 for setting the standard for graphic intensity and realism in games. This game is the most dynamic, most deep 2D, like simplistic brawler, shoot 'em up, beat 'em up I have ever seen in my life. Dang. This, and it look at it, right? It's Nintendo-esque, very simplistic. The first time I played this game, I walked to the right. I never met my so just real quick, it's like Yakuza but 2D. Right, you're part of a crime family. You start the game off in jail. While you were in jail, a lot of your family has lost a lot of their territory, and it's your job to fight to get the territory back. That's basically the long and short of it. And you know these movies, you've heard these shows. It's kind of like that, right? Very, very gruesome, very, very gritty. Not like Yakuza the game in its jovialness and its goofiness. This is hardcore, but of course, it's a 2D brawler kind of situation, right? This game has so much depth. It's nuts. You start the game. The first time I played this, I did not go to my family, which is to the left after you get out of jail. I walked to the right, and I just kept walking until I hit the city, right? I hit the city. I'm talking. I had no money in my pocket. You can go into a hotel, and for some reason, and I found out later why, you had to be able to, you got a 3-month stay at a hotel, right? You wake up in the morning, your hair is disheveled. You got a 5 o'clock shadow. You go into the bathroom, you shave. You there's a button, you press, you comb your hair, now you're smooth. You're walking down the street. At any moment, you could take your shirt off and kind of hang it on your arm. Just keep walking. You want to smoke, you grab a smoke, right? Like, it is like I have even Yakuza, the game, the 3D amazing game that does not have as much functionality as this 2D seeming. It is so good, right? You want to start some crap with some people, you go next to them, you start a war. Now all of a sudden you have this whole plethora of combat moves that you can do. You're brawling, you're kicking, and it's not simple, right? Oh, you pull out your gun, you start shooting. Oh, there's a samurai sword, you grab it up, you start fight. Like, it is so deep. You have no money. you can either start kicking the other family's butt and stealing their money, or you can go to a loan shark. You borrow money from them. They go, hey man, you got X amount of time to pay it back. If you don't pay it back after a certain amount of time, they're coming for you. And how do you know that certain amount of time? There's a day and night cycle. Right? If you want, you can buy a house. This is how you traverse, by the way. You go from place to place in a train, and there's a map. During the day, you go from place to place. It shows you all the options you can go to. At night, if you have a hotel room, it says go home, and then you come here. If you don't have a hotel room because you haven't paid for it, it goes sleep, and then you sleep in the park. You wake up in the morning and you're all disheveled with your face all messed up. Like there's just so much depth to this thing. It's just nuts how much you can do with this sprite character.
That's nice. I just bought it on Steam.
I think I'm about to be right behind you there.
It is nuts. Nuts. But you can see there he go. He combing his hair. You can do that anytime you want. Right? And if you keep he can put his shades on whenever he wants. Like, it's just crazy, bro. Wow. And if you don't shave after a while, you get a beard like mine. You just keeps growing every night. Like, obviously, right? This has been done before. You've seen this in many games, right? You have your food and your this and your that and how much money you have and all this. But in a 2D sprite-like, simplistic looking, at any time you can go, well, I got 10,000 yen in my pocket. You go to the casino and you try and double up. And there's a whole casino environment in the game where you can play blackjack and you could double up your wins or you could lose.
Hey, enough. Well, I've bought it already. You want me to buy 3 copies?
So yes, if you have not played this game, it's called Fading Afternoon. It's pretty cheap. People just slept on it. They just kept it moving. It is wild, all the things you can do in this game. It starts slow. It's a very slow, methodical game, but stick with it. I think like 17 or so hours in. It's wild. It is wild what you can do here. And he, by the way, the dev, is online begging people to see his game, begging people to give him a chance. Single dude. Support your devs, ladies and gentlemen. Go buy this game. It's awesome. It's awesome. I tried to get him on the show, but he's a little nervous with his English. I'm like, don't even worry about it. This game is masterful work. So there you go. It's called Fading Afternoon. I hope more people play it. So
J-Mo Money asked if is there a story or a plot?
There's definitely a story or plot. It's basically Yakuza. So as you see on your screen there, if you happen to follow their storyline, so in other words, when you get out of jail, you go to the left. You meet your old family members, right? Oh, we lost all of our territory. We only have the bar left. So then you basically are walking through. First thing, you need a gun. Oh, well, have you heard of this guy? He's at this place. All right, you find it on the map. You go to the pawn shop. You get your gun. Actually, that's where it is. He's right there. He's about to go get his first gun, right? You get a gun. You put it on you. Yeah. And then it's about then they start telling you about the people you used to roll with back before you went to jail. Now they themselves are bosses in all the territories. Everybody's on their own. There's no more unity or whatever. And you have to decide to bring them back together. Either you beat up all of their henchmen and take their territory, or find other ways to communicate with them to kind of bring them into the fold. It is quite deep, bro. And these are all your see, there you go. This is how you do. You can start a war with a different faction. You start that war, you punch somebody in the face, and now they're coming for you.
I need this. I need this.
It is
wild, bro. It is wild.
It's half a gig.
It really is.
This is great. I'm gonna be playing this on
small game.
On the ROG.
Does so much. Yes,
this will swim on your ROG.
Absolutely, yes. And what I'm telling you here, this is like just the tip that I have learned, because there's every other day I touch this game, I'm just like, hey, now I could do this. I knew he was going to do that. No Diddy. Calm down there, bro.
No Diddy.
Calm down. But yes, people got to play this game. It's really, really good. Like I believe this sets the standard in what you can do in the 2D sprite-based platform brawler. There's just so much. It's like, oh my God, what's that Dreamcast game that you used to go and work all day in way back in the day? Oh my God,
Shenmue.
Shenmue. There you go. It's got that Shenmue energy. right? Where you're doing just way too much in just this simple kind of
See,
style.
now you brought up one of my top 5 favorite games.
Did you guys play 3?
I
Shenmue 3, I tried it.
I played 3, and it's nowhere near 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I got that on PC, just try it out, but I finished 1 and 2. But that story kind of leaves you hanging.
Standard for back in the day. Back in the day, it set that standard, but now it hasn't moved that standard forward, so it looks like a regression, even though it did set a standard back when it started. You know,
right? Yeah.
I guess graphics aren't something I necessarily care about, so that's okay as long as like the story's there. But I don't know if the story's there or not, and if the combat's still annoying or something like that, then that'd be a problem. But
if 3 would have came out, I think like a couple of years after 2, like 4 or 5 years after 2, then it would have been fine. But 3 came out like not too long ago, and it's just a very dated game.
Did it kind of finish the story, or does it kind of leave you hanging again?
I would say I didn't finish it, so I won't tell you if it finished the story or not. I will tell you it continued the story, though. I do remember it continued
and
the story.
I would say it left you hanging a little bit.
Again? Dang it!
Yeah,
because you got to buy another copy. Shenmue 4, what's good? So yes,
but
I'll move on from this game because I'll keep talking about. Do you see he can grapple now? Now he's on the floor. Like it's just so much, man. It's just so much. Anyway.
Yeah, it'd be nice if that could ever get like redone, right? Shenmue in like a more modern setting, and like as far as like the mechanics and graphics, it was really cool.
I honestly think that IP, the ship has sailed for that IP. No, like they tried again, it was super exciting, and then they
didn't have any funding.
But he did it indie, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he did it kind of indie, right?
Yeah. Which was very weird how they did that, by the way. They announced it on the PlayStation stage, making you think that PlayStation was backing it, only to then start a Kickstarter, and it was just very indie fare. Like, come on, guys! If y'all on the PlayStation stage, at least they could pay for some of that. Right? You know what I mean? Like, it was a little weird, but yeah, it graphically it looked what it looked like. It felt like it was the same game from the Dreamcast era.
Yeah.
Right. So let me catch up on a few more super chats, and we'll get this thing started. J Mac. $5 super chat. What's going on, sir? He says, now that we've had the PS appetizer, I'm sure everybody's ready for Xbox. Oh, full entree, Xbox World Order, full operation, and the great beards are in the building. Sir, I need to shave. Calm down. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And talk about membership. Mr. MDJ is in the spot, and he's become a member. Thank you so much for being here, brother. I appreciate you. And, of course, not to be outdone, Adidas 20 also become a member. Appreciate you, brother. It's real cool, bro. Thank you so much. And, of course, the slanderous one who's in our chat, Mr. MJ Dark, says, please play 9 Souls on PC. You will love it. Yeah, he's been talking to me about 9 Souls. I need to put that one in the rotation as well. So a lot of these games that I play, a lot of these cool indies that I find, believe it or not, MJ Dark, huge recommend. That man knows his stuff when it comes to these indies, stuff that out of nowhere, he'll go, have you tried this? And it becomes like the next game that I cannot put down. The man knows his stuff. So yes, I will definitely try that. I'll try that. Appreciate you, sir. And of course, Adidas 20, he says, I'm here. What a $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you being here. It's awesome to have you here. We're gonna have some fun right now. We're gonna talk about last year's showcase because I feel like it's time to check some of the grades. Right? If you recall, then we'll start this thing, and I'll keep it low. I won't even turn the sound on. We could just kind of chat through this thing. Mm-hmm. Or actually, would you guys prefer that I put some sound up? I can rotate it up and down, depending on what y'all think. What do you think?
Oh, it's completely up to you, man. Like, okay.
We'll keep it this way.
I've watched it like 4 or 5 times already.
There we go. Okay. So we're here to basically discuss what last year's showcase was like, right? See what it was about. Expect what we're thinking about for next year. Of course, as you see here on your screen, and with the benefit of hindsight, this is very interesting. Right? Remember when this thing started, everyone's like, come on now, that's a CG trailer. Fable, this can't be real. You know what I mean? Yep. And now we live in a post Hellblade 2 world. How real is this?
Yeah. Hey, Kate, like not even trip, man. Like even when we saw Hellblade during this, right? It was like, oh, another cutscene, but it wasn't a cutscene, right?
Yeah,
it was real time,
right?
That's crazy. We've been bamboozled
right now. Yes, absolutely. You know, I think probably the only thing that led to the non-belief and all of that is that there are no HUDs in this. But then again, Hellblade 2 had no damn HUD. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So technically, every scene they showed you could have been in game, and you wouldn't have known any different, right? Black Skeleton, 100%. Sir, you remember watching this? What'd you think? And where are you now with it?
Ready. Look, I'm a big Fable fan. Chicken Chaser. There he goes, chasing chickens again. That's I love Fables, man. I want this. I hope. I just need it. I need more. I'm excited. This was what I've been waiting on for a long time. Get to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I am too. I think I played all three of them. I recently tried to replay all three on the handheld, and I'm like, I enjoy this, but I probably should play it more with my kids or through my kids, because it'll rejuvenate through their eyes. I'll enjoy it more than just playing it by myself, because by myself, all I want is the new one.
Yeah.
Right. I'm the Mr. NLB, newest, latest, best. So I'm just like, I just got to see that new one, man. You know, but I really appreciate what that old one did, that original one did. Hargeet, sir. What is your experience with Fable, by the way? I haven't talked to you about that.
Yeah, no, I played the first. They had 3, right? Like I've played those and finished them. So you know, they're good. I like the humor; it's fun. 2, I think, is the one that introduced co-op, and I played those co-op, like 2 and 3. I think 3 kind of fell off a little bit, but still, it was fun.
3, okay. 3 lost people. Yeah, 3 lost people. Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what they do with this. Obviously, it was the trailer looks nice. The question is, how does it play? But we'll see, right? So we'll see what they do with it. Playground's a pretty good studio, so we'll see how they manage this one. But yeah, looking good so far, right? So
absolutely. Black Viking, sir, are you one of those people that felt susceptible to the polygamy? Because you could have like 5 wives in that game.
Of course, I was there. I was trying to get it all in. You know what I mean?
Okay. Ooh, hey now. All right. Good morning.
Oh, did he? Oh, sorry.
What? No, calm down now, sir.
Yeah, I'm really curious on how they modernize Fable. They did a really good job. Like, was it the first game that had the evil good counter? Like to where it was the first game that had that, and I hope they keep
and your
the
face
spirit
would get
of
all
that.
gross as you're getting evil, and Yep.
And like if you haven't played Fable, like I killed my sister so I can get that down.
Wow,
I'd say
that tells you who this man is. Damn,
yeah, I had the devil horns and everything. I was like, make me all powerful. But I'm really curious on how they do that, and I hope that there is. I don't know if they announced it. I hope that there is a character creation also with this. Even if I have Shepherd, a Mass Effect, like you're that you're a Shepherd, but you can make him look however you want to look. But if not, I'm cool with the character that they have on display right now, and willing to go through the story with her and see what the storyline is like. And I'm super excited. I'm so excited for Fable, man. Like, yeah, it's gonna be
agreed.
It's gonna be great, man.
Agreed. Yeah. Now my question is this gonna be a small title, or is this gonna be a AAA monster? Because these days graphics don't determine any of that stuff, right? You could get a monster graphically intensive thing that's considered a small title, right? And back in the day, Fable was really like a mainline offering, right? So I don't know where it sits in this new pantheon. It'll be interesting to see. I hope we see some of that this year, but we'll put that one at the back end of the show.
I don't think so. The showcase.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
No.
Okay. Way to dash my dreams early there, Hardy.
Well, I mean, so unless you think it's not coming next year, do you think it's coming next year?
That's a question. That is a question. I don't know. That is indeed a question. Like, as far as when it's coming out, I kind of don't even want to. I don't want to be like, where is it? Where is it? I need them to spend their time. I need it to be like done. So as long as you kind of keep giving me touch points every once in a while, I'm good with it. It's just every time you do give me a touch point, it better be substantial.
Nah, because you know what's going to happen, right?
We've seen Hellblade 3 times already. Why isn't the game already out? Why doesn't Microsoft know how to manage their studios?
This man ate his Wheaties this morning.
All right.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Don't show it. No. Don't show it.
Man.
I don't want a touch point. I want a dev direct next year. Here's the game. It's coming out this year. That's what I want.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's fair. I'll allow that. Okay. And that was your what? Your naysayer geek voice? Is that what that was?
No, it's the constant Microsoft can never do anything right. They can give you a fucking good game in Hellblade and people still shit on it. It's just the standard bearer of anything Xbox does. It doesn't matter how good it is. They could give you a fucking 20 out of 10 game and it's still bad. It just doesn't matter. Nothing they do is good. They can give you 400 games an hour. Oh, the Xbox has no games. They haven't released anything. I'm sorry. They have no games.
That is the Xbox.
I don't understand. Why do they have no games?
400 games an hour.
I'm so sick of the bullshit, but that's what's gonna happen. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it there. I want to see it released next year,
unless it's done.
It's coming out.
Yeah,
that's it.
No,
like I'm done with all these bullshits. Right, every freaking time, everything they do, it's always negative. Always.
That's fair.
Slow-mo backslap gives you sage advice. Stop listening to the disingenuous people. Now, this man's not even on Twitter, so where is he hearing all the disingenuous information from? Hargeet's not even on Twitter, so
I'm not on Twitter, but what I do see is article after article saying the Xbox is dead.
Yeah,
when in fact it's fucking PlayStation that's dying.
Yeah,
but okay, that's fine.
I get you. Yeah, I feel you. So what you see on your screen now is South of Midnight. Another game I am super excited about. I was lucky enough to meet one of the developers on this project.
Nice,
very very cool dude. I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, the way that they're the language they're speaking, the energy they're drawing from, the music. I'm a music guy, so every time you hit me with that authentic sound, you got me. So again, this is another one where I have no idea when this is going to fall. No idea. I don't even know if what we're looking at here is just straight up a cutscene and that's it, or if there's any kind of gameplay aspects to it. I do not want to know. Unlike most years, this year it seems like we really have nothing but rumor and speculation because nothing's really leaked, right? And I hope it stays that way. So, I'm just excited that this exists and that it seems to be moving forward and they're really putting some energy into it. I'll start with you, Hardgeek, man. What do you think of this thing?
So, I mean, I'm intrigued, but to that point of authenticity, this is a studio in Montreal, is it not?
Yes, it is. I know where he's going. Hey, man.
Well, I don't know how authentic it's going to be. That I'm just pointing that out, right?
Sure.
There is a little bit of affinity between Montreal being kind of a French colony as well, and Louisiana and that area kind of being French. But beyond that, I gotta call it like, did you go down there and actually like get some people from down there to tell you what it was like, or is this just another one of those? This is what we characterize people down there being like.
That I will say, most likely there have been people who have had overtures to that location, and I'm close to Louisiana, so that's different. But this is why you need consultants. We're not going there. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do it.
Listen.
Consultants have to be from there with good historical knowledge of that area.
Listen,
you know what
I mean? I nip all this in the bud a little bit because if a studio from California,
that's right,
can make one of the best Japanese games that I've known, which is Ghost of Tsushima. Anything's possible, Hargeet. Anything's possible, baby.
Anything's possible. That's right.
I mean,
he says it while like jumping off.
and in fairness, do Japanese people feel that way? Yes or no? Right? Because the nuances aren't there, right? That's the problem. And so they may have done a very good job of talking to people that are historians to get that information from Japan, right? And if they did that, awesome. Same thing here. If they did that, fine. Right?
Yeah.
It's just I know this is just a nitpick of mine. I find it always interesting how we visit other places instead of having people from that place tell you their own stories.
Hey, man.
Just saying.
Lay it flat. Lay it flat.
One of
I will
those
not
things,
disagree
you know?
with you on that one. I will not.
Yeah.
This is why I loved Tales of Kenzera Zao, right? This is why.
Exactly.
You know,
Tell
let
me your
the
own
people who are
stories.
from those locations.
I love that better.
Yes, I get that. But I will say that does not mean that like I'm gonna poo-poo, let's say, Ubisoft from trying to tell a tale about Italy or trying to tell a tale, as long as you do it correctly. As long as you do it respectfully and correctly, and you make your overtures and you respect the source material, wherever you happen to be, I'm good with it. But I don't disagree with you, Hargeet. You know, let the people with the voices speak. On that, you get no disagreement from me. Absolutely. But
hopefully they did that. Hopefully they reached out to people
exactly,
you know, in the area. They're good historians that know the culture, know what happened, you know.
Yes, absolutely. So I will wait and reserve judgment till I see it. All I will say is, in the early days of it, they are speaking the right language. You know, they have that right energy. It looks very interesting. It doesn't look very pandery, you know, how it tends to be, right? These are not just backdrops to tell your tale. They're looking to be respectful of the source material, and that's all we can ask for. You know, it is what it is. So
again, this will get the most publicity out of probably any game this year, though. You know why, though, right? That
good or bad,
sweet baby, you know.
You know.
You think we're seeing this one? Do you think it's coming out this year?
I don't think it's coming out this year. I think
we'll see.
I have no prior knowledge. I think we may see it, but I don't think it's coming out this year.
So I would put the same caveat then. I don't want to see it. I want to see it in a dev direct.
True. If we're not seeing it, if we're not getting it, then it shouldn't come out. I guess
don't put it in the showcase, man. Don't.
Yeah.
So Hargeet, I think that I'm probably of a different mind just a little bit here. I want to see like a good 60 seconds of like gameplay to get me like, you know, get that palette, you know, of the game, right? And but I want it to be a precursor to what's coming to the developer direct. You know what I mean? Because typically we'll see these games in the showcase. We'll know what's coming out next year, and then we get that developer direct early 2025 of the games they showed at the showcase, which is kind of what I want to see. Yeah.
I just don't know how it'll go if you have, you know, one and then a second trailer and then a third. Like we'll see. I don't think they're gonna do
I got you.
They are now one of the most prolific publishers in all of gaming. They have content coming out the wazoo. So show me something, man. Show me something. Right? It doesn't have to be the E3 of dreams. Oh, screw the criticism.
Stop the ridiculous criticism.
Screw the criticism. There's gloom and doom all over the place, and I am so
excited
to be in the room where it happens. Let's go. You know, come on. You know,
the other side's got to show you Concord and freaking Astro as their headliner.
Boy. Hey, do not hate on Astro, sir. There'll be no Astro slander this morning.
Just Astro South of Midnight, and these aren't even the big games, bro. Like this is the thing, and like they still have COD to show you. They have other games like.
Although I'll be honest with you,
and freaking Concord.
I'll be honest with you though. I'll be honest with you. To keep that same energy, I'm kind of disappointed that COD is still cross generational. I wish it was only like this.
I agree.
I
agree.
But has that been like actually confirmed though? Like confirmed?
Well,
not technically. It
not by their mouths, but like you've seen it on like GameStop has there's been a lot of GameStop fodder about.
Yeah, but has that been like cross checked? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I mean, you got Sam, you got Tom Henderson, and the rest of them like speaking on it. So we shall see, I guess. But
I'm gonna wait until I see it official to
exactly until Microsoft says so. They could always change their mind, right? But so it's always up to them, right?
Okay. So let's move on to this. This was their on the showcase. This was their first third-party reveal that they showed at the showcase, and of course, we're using hindsight eyes now. Oh man, it looked amazing when we first saw it, and now, what do y'all think, man? I'll start with you, Black Skeleton, sir. This is Star. I wasn't the biggest Star Wars dude But with the Filoni-verse all over the place, I am now a big Star Wars dude. I love the source material, not necessarily the Skywalker stuff, but the broadening of the universe. I'm still relatively excited to play this thing. But we live in a post Hellblade 2 world, baby. So yeah, what are your thoughts?
I'm actually really excited for this. I've been excited for this for a while since they showed recent gameplay. I recently just beat Jedi Survivor, which in my opinion is one of the best Star Wars games ever made.
Great.
If you're a Star Wars fan, it's a must play to me. Like,
absolutely,
that is a must play for Star Wars fans. I am geeked about this, honestly, because after playing Jedi Survivor, I found out that I am a fan of Star Wars. And I want to be in the universe. So I think an open world Star Wars game. Look, I'm going to say this if there's a sequel to Jedi Survivor and this game, just add pod racing. Just add pod racing to either one of them. Just here or a new Jedi Survivor. Just please, just pod racing. You will win. I promise. So I'm actually really excited for this because I want to hear lasers and beeps and boops, and I want to see the progression in this game.
Cute little robots.
All of it. The humor, the stormtroopers not knowing what's going on. I love it all. So I'm actually very excited for this. And it's coming soon.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It is. Indeed it is. Yes. Black Viking, sir, how about you?
Yeah.
Is this something to turn in the page for you or what?
You know what? Like, aside from Capcom, which has the last 3 years, probably one of the best publishers out there. I feel like Ubisoft's been killing it this year, man. Like they have been. So I'm a check it out for real. As much as I used to poop on Ubisoft, man, like they've actually came out with some good stuff this year. And Skull and Bones, that's not my cup of tea, but apparently the numbers are great for it. So I get, they
it's
came
not
out
a Ubisoft
Persia
thing, right? That tends to be Ubisoft's way, right? They release something, it lands with a, and then like quietly they just start succeeding in the background, and they just don't stop. They just keep going.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm actually excited for it. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I'll play it. Yeah.
Excellent. See, and there are all opinions here. I got Abdel 114 in the chat saying Star Wars without lightsabers equals skip.
Fair.
To me, Star Wars without lightsabers equals intriguing, because that means you're not going to see any robe wearing, the whole universe, but he's the only one. I'm just like, enough of it. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You're talking from a guy whose favorite Star Wars, like bar none, favorite Star Wars, Rogue One.
Dang.
Favorite Star Wars. It is. It grew that universe. I mean, we all grew up with the OG trilogy, but Rogue One is to me, that was amazing. So all this stuff is exciting. Now, of course, I do hear what he's talking about. It could get derivative and boring and lose that Star Wars energy, but we'll see what they do. I'm excited to check it out. And yeah, like you said, it's coming out this year. Right? Where it's actually very, very close. So we shall see. Hargeet, sir, how about you? What do you think of this?
I'll amend Abdel. It's Star Wars equals skip. I do not.
There you go. Oh, you don't like Star Wars at all? Let's equal skip. Okay.
Disney basically killed it for me, so Star Wars is dead.
That's fair.
I'm just done.
That's fair. You're not alone in that, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't disagree with you. A lot of people think Star Wars lost its purity afterwards. And of course we have the Queen, who also, in hindsight, has kind of gotten a little tarnished in recent months. During the time we saw her here, there was just she could do no wrong. Now it's like, ooh, I don't know, man.
No, I need to listen. I this was like her first interview, like when bad news happened, right? I'm sure she felt the same way as we felt about her. Is just as comfortable for her as it was as uncomfortable for us to watch with some of those questions. I put it to you like this: usually she's like the Michelle Obama of speaking, but on that interview, she was Kamala Harris.
Wow!
Y'all are just going for the jugular this morning. Like,
we did it, Joe.
Damn, she wasn't that bad.
What are we doing right now?
No, I love Sarah Bond, man. That's my queen, man. I love her to death. It was it was a bad showing, man. In my opinion.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Oh man, y'all came to play this morning. Jesus Christ. Ooh, okay. And then of course now we're looking at 33 Immortals, which I gotta say, this game from what we've played so far, and some of us have gotten into the beta, it is pretty dang good. Like it is. We've already talked about it. It is really good. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, okay, multiplayer. Like, full disclosure, I'm not the hugest of multiplayer fans. If you ask, like, most people have like Destiny 2, they got hours and days and weeks in that game, right? I played a lot of that. I was just shooting around, not even paying attention to the story. If you check my receipts, Halo Master Chief Collection, I have like maybe weeks and weeks and weeks in that game. And what did I do? The story. I literally went from the beginning to the end multiple times. I'm not really a multiplayer guy. I'm a man with kids. I got to stop every once in a while, go yell at somebody. You can't pause the game. It is what it is. Yeah. That's why myself and Everborn, we used to advocate for, hey, give us an AFK mode. I'm rolling with a team. Let me get on his back real quick, and I'll be right back. You know what I mean? Because if you leave me here and I can't pause, I come back and all my loot's gone or whatever. Right? Mm-hmm. So I don't tend to be a multiplayer guy, but this game, when I get the chance to, I really enjoy playing it. It's quite good. It's really, really good. I'm surprised at how good it is. I see the chat's already there. The Septic One himself has joined us. What's going on, brother? He says, "Why is Hargeet leaning like Stephen Hawking? What are you doing, bro? Calm down."
I mean, I'm on like a armrest. That's all. I'm just hanging on an armrest.
He's just doing his best to be slanderous, as he tends to be. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. But yes, people, if you haven't played it, you definitely should play 33 Immortals when it comes out. It looks like it's going to be a bad.
It's great.
It looks real good.
Great.
It looks really good. Yeah. Now, what is this one? This was Payday 2, Payday 3, Payday 3, right?
3,
yeah, Payday 3. Since this showing, has this come out?
Yes.
It has, and it kind of didn't do much, did it?
No.
It's kind of surprising. It's kind of surprising. Usually Payday is one of those franchises that endures, right? Like, it comes out, it has a bang, it goes away, and then they keep releasing content. Like Payday 2 lasted a long time. It looks like this one just kind of came and went, and folks haven't really talked about it. Like I said, I'm not a big multiplayer guy.
Yeah, so I think sometimes you
ain't got a campaign, you lost me.
There's a new idea, and Payday 1 and 2 was that new idea. Sometimes it just loses its lackluster. Like especially whenever you got like Siege. I mean, this is a different game, right? But you have all these other black hole games to compete with. Sometimes if it's not hitting, sometimes it just falls by the wayside.
Yeah, it sounds great for fair games. I'm sure it'll be great for them.
Oh, this man. He is just so slanderous today. Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. Damn. All right. Oh, somebody check on Hargeet, man. Like, what happened to you, man? Damn, bro. He's just got the daggers out. He's just skewering people. Like, what's going on? Has anybody
what can I say?
Anybody played Payday 3 on this panel since it released?
No,
I definitely did not.
No.
See,
I think I played 2.
Yeah,
I think I played 2. It came to the Game Pass, right? Payday 2 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it definitely did. Yeah,
3 was in Game Pass too. I don't know if it's still.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I just never played it.
There you go.
Or maybe it's still in Game Pass.
Might
be.
And then Atlas released a game, and let me see. Was this the remakes that came out? Yeah, these were the remakes.
Yeah.
These games, like, you need it's a job. Like, it's what is it, 200 plus hours per game before they add various DLCs?
Yeah.
Ooh, like it was crazy. Like, I tried my hand on Persona 5. I lasted
I finished that.
I lasted maybe 40, 50 hours. And by all accounts, that's literally a blip on the radar. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm a grazer. I bow out. I remember high school. I'm done with it. Like, what's going on?
I haven't played 3 Reloaded or whatever this year because I'm waiting for Metaphor ReFantazio from them, and I know that's probably going to be another 200-hour game. I only have room for one of these a year. just one. You know what I mean? And then I'm
Finished
really
4 and
intrigued
5.
with Metaphor because it reminds me a bit of like Reloaded. Not Reloaded, but Persona mixed with a little Fire Emblem for some reason. Like it, it really intrigues me. So that's the one. That's the Atlas game I'll be playing this year. Is that one?
Now moving along. Next game, really exciting. This is the one that I'm waiting on. I'm hoping to see more of this year. Unless Hargeet, you're ready to dash my dreams on that one too. Avowed.
No, we got to see more of this with a release date, right?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Indeed. This is the video. This is the footage where people were like, "Oh, it looks like a regression from the first time we saw it." Why? Because there was color. The first one was very gritty and green and all this. This one kind of shows you, flora and fauna and all of this, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's a regression." I don't know. Me personally, I still think it's pretty interesting looking. I do understand those with the energy to say that it might not look so next gen, but I really don't care if it looks next gen or not, as long as the gameplay is on that level.
But that's the freaking thing we're gonna hear.
Here you go. Here you go.
You'll see screenshots of people's blurry faces and.
Next to Horizon, Forbidden West.
Look at how much
Wow. Okay. See, Hargeet, I think you are like you have a sock account for Twitter because you have all their talking points, sir. You definitely have all their talking points.
Dude, I get all the talking points from every podcast, and I'm like, I'm just so done with this negativity baloney. Like, just stop. Like, just play the freaking game. If you don't like the game, don't play it. Like,
no, I don't disagree.
Who
with you.
cares?
I don't disagree with you.
Seriously,
but it looks exciting.
Or go away.
It does look exciting. It looks like it's their version of your Skyrim, which is cool.
I think it's going to hit on all cylinders, man. I think people are waiting for another Skyrim like.
Don't say Skyrim because then they'll compare it to Skyrim.
That's fine. I don't care what they compare it to. I'm having fun.
It's not Skyrim.
No, it's not Skyrim, but it's a Skyrim-like, meaning they take certain elements from that formula and they make it their own.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be open like that. I think it might be more hub worldy. I don't know. We'll see.
Yes.
They generally don't.
Yeah, I think it'll be smaller.
Open world.
Yeah.
So,
exactly like Outer Worlds, right? They call that a Fallout-like. Right, it you can see where some of the Fallout elements are, but they made it their own. It's their own kind of style. It's not exactly Fallout. It seems like it's their interpretation of that. Just like Ghost of Tsushima is like an Assassin's Creed like.
You know what I mean? So yeah. I can already see the negatives. They're gonna be there, right? It's gonna get like a low 80s, high 70s.
On this show, we about the hype. Screw that negativity, bro. we're not even looking that far. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited to delve deep into a new world. You know what I mean? See what finally, like, how long have these games been on in the hopper, as they say? It's been cooking for a minute. I want to see what it looks like, right? I want to see how deep it goes, especially now that they have like more funding than they ever had before with their previous projects. So, I'm excited to see this thing, man. I am excited to see this thing. Now, I will say,
I think it'll be a good game. I just don't.
The mouths
I don't
were
think
a little bit like
it'll do anything good for
weird.
Xbox.
I will leave it. I'll leave that part of the conversation as far as what it will do for Xbox to the marketers, because they need to do a better job of getting that out there. They do. Yes, I know the hill is hard to climb. I get it. I know that, and 100% it's true. But they got seemingly endless money. They could do a bit more there. I hear these days there are some consolidation in the market, so maybe there's only one throat to choke. I'm just saying. I'm just saying right now. It is what it is.
And oh boy, do they go after that one throat? Like, geez, no pause, no diddy. But anyway.
And then of course there was this, which, by the way, every time Sea of Thieves has another DLC or they're talking about something else, I hear a lot of FUD about, enough already with this. They keep showing it, but people seem to play it a lot. Like, did anybody play the Monkey Island, the DLC from Monkey Island?
I haven't got around to it.
Okay. Are you a Monkey Island guy?
Yeah, I like Monkey Island actually. Yeah. So it would be kind of cool to actually go play it. I played I think there was multiple parts of the Caribbean one, the Pirates of the Caribbean part, right?
Yeah, I think it was three or four parts that they added.
I finished part 1 and never went back, so I need to go back and do the rest of that too. But yeah, I mean, like, I think it's kind of cool that they do these crossovers, and as much as you might try to knock it, 40+ million players, you can't really, you can't say that that's a small game anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's you got to give it its due, right? That's more than like Fallout 76, and you're certainly going to see Fallout 76 after what's happened with Fallout the show, right?
Yeah.
Definitely going to have that there. ESO's still there, and you just can't lie. 40 million players is crazy. That's a lot of.
What
players.
always kind of unfortunately made this, like, I wouldn't say it was a bad thing, but what made me fall off of this game was that there was no in-game progression. Like, the best you can get are your clothes. Right. And you get prestige or whatever. I always I was hoping that eventually there would be, hey, in-game kind of XP level progression. Your weapons get better or something. It's very cosmetic based, and I get what it's for, right?
That's kind of the magic of it, though, Kay.
Right?
Yeah,
that's kind of the magic of it, because as soon as you go out there to the seas,
then you lose people, right?
Yeah, well, you lose people, and then everybody's on an equal playing field. So it's all about your team versus everybody else's team.
True,
you know what I mean?
True. Oh no, don't get me wrong. I get why they did it, and I appreciate it. It's just that's the reason why it lost me.
Okay, yeah. I got you.
It just kind of, if you start and end with the same stuff, I'm just like, that's like giving me a world and saying do whatever you want. I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. And it still has the best water physics to date.
On any game, absolutely. Any game, they have the best water physics. Absolutely, yes, they did. Yes,
Outside of some of the demos I saw at GTA 6 with the water physics, man, God, that looks really good.
Yeah. GTA, that's also the elephant that's looming large. We shall see what that thing does. But again, we live in a post Hellblade 2 world, sir. I'll be looking with some people.
Water in that one's eyes.
Too. you know what I mean?
Oh, my game's coming up. Up. There we go,
bro. I love this game. I love this game. I do. I love it. But let's real quick, because I heard you talking about. Let's talk about how long it takes to install this mother effer. Like, Lord. Oh my God.
You'll need about a day and a half.
No joke. That's not hyperbole. That is not hyperbole. You first install the base game. Then you install the updates. Then you go into the store where they have all the updated
world
airports.
Updates.
You got to install them too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I want to play this tomorrow, so I'm gonna install it today.
And
like,
I think that's one thing I hope they fix is that those updates should happen in like the standard game updates, not like you have to go in the game and then start downloading an update. You know, you can't go away from the game because then it'll pause the update. And it's like, come on, that sucks.
Yeah. You're literally leaving your PC running for 2.5 days or something.
Or Xbox
to get the thing installed. Like, what are we doing?
Right? And it's like, come on.
It's all worth it.
It is true.
True. It does look crazy.
It is.
Now they have missions.
So I had to use several third-party mods and stuff for missions, for flight plans, and stuff like that. Head tracking. I hope like a lot of this stuff is built in now, like head tracking. They'll have VR, of course, like they had with the last one. I hope they expand on some of the aircraft, but having missions, having like, the scientific research, like that right there is, I think, what was needed for this game to be gamified as soon as they brought it to the Xbox Series X.
100%.
I'm gonna tell you how good Flight Sim is. It's so good you can get your flight hours using it.
Absolutely. Yes. I know I know multiple families who are flight sim gamers, and by that I mean the dad was a flight sim gamer, has his pilot's license. Son is a flight sim gamer, has his pilot's license.
Yeah,
it gets you pilot's license. A whole family of flyers because they love flight sim.
Yes,
it is a thing.
100%, and it's one of the most technically sound games because like a lot of people play it like on the normal mode, right, to where you can just press a button and the engine starts up or whatever. Oh. But if you start from cold and then you add like the mod or you join the the teams or the Discord servers that have real air traffic control guys, like talking you through everything. And you actually learn everything. It is so fucking immersive. It is so good. Starting from cold and going through your checklist of everything that you need to do to start your aircraft up, taking off, talking to air traffic control, doing your flight plan. It is so good, and it looks realistic as all hell.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
You know, it's so good.
So let me tell you what I do with this thing. So most people know I live in Florida. Florida has hurricanes and storms and stuff.
Yes.
The number one thing I do, I turn on realistic weather, and when there's a storm outside, I fly through it. And you can literally, like while it's out there, you can fly through it. Real time, and it's simulating it real time right over my city. It's crazy.
I used to do that for like training for like whenever there's like huge snowstorms or something like that. I would go to those areas, take off from that airport. Listen, man, and whatnot, it's one of the now that it's gamified. Maybe it'll get its due when it comes to awards and stuff like that.
That was the issue I was having with it at first. It's like I don't feel like I have anything to do. Yes, the flying simulation is there 1,000%, but I was like, I don't feel like I have anything to do. You know what I mean? Or,
it's not getting anything. It's not getting anything in the awards, dude.
No,
they're not going to touch it. They're just not.
That's crazy, man. It definitely deserves it, man. It deserves.
Yeah. The apps
even just like a technology award for what they pull off in this thing, it totally deserves it, but it's not going to get recognized. It's what it is.
That's such trash, man. Yeah, like that's such trash. Yeah,
this is a 10 out of 10. It's got that Microsoft stank on it. It's not going to get anything.
That's Stankonia. Oh boy,
Microsoft Flight Sim. It does.
It has the wrong name. It had PlayStation on it. Yeah, it'd be nominated every year.
Sony.
If it had a Sobo Flight Sim, would that work?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It's not getting anything. Dude.
Did you, Black Viking? Did you try this? The Ornithopter. The DLC?
I did not. I think whenever that came out, I was already traveling back to the States. And I have not tried that. I whenever they put the air gliders out, I tried those, and those were pretty nice. But no, I did not try this. I did try the Halo with the Tom Cruise.
As did I. Yep.
That was really nice. And
then flew that thing. Whatever
the Top Gun.
I wish in the Top Gun one they had like gamified it more and got you dogfights, like multiplayer dogfights at that time. That kind of would have kicked it into high gear, you know? Yeah.
You can't even crash the planes; they just stay intact. And that's fine, you know. You don't want anybody flying into buildings and stuff.
That's the first thing I'd say. I'm doing it though.
Oh Lord!
And it's so cool to go to some of your old childhood homes or places you've lived.
I did do that.
So it's interesting you say this. So many people know I used to live in the Netherlands. I have family in the Netherlands. When I was I went to preschool in Nederland. I can literally fly over my old city. I can fly to my house and just tear. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. It is.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I install that thing all the time. I keep it on the hard drive. It's a lot of gigs. It's a lot of gigs. But it's amazing. It is amazing.
You need a single M.2. I'm sorry to keep us here, but one of the craziest use cases that I use Flight Sim for is whenever we lived in Norway, we'd go on vacation across Europe and to camping spots around Norway. And anytime we were looking at one, my wife would tell me, "Hey, boot up Flight Sim and let's fly and see what it actually looks like." And then we would do that, and it's it works. To me, it works better than Google Maps. You can literally fly. You could fly to that location that you're going to go travel at. Or you're gonna go camp at and see exactly what it would look like. It is so good.
It's great, man. People should give Flight Sim more credit than it gets. 100%. So moving on, you're seeing right now on your screen Hellblade 2. We've seen this. This is what? This is the under what are they called? The hidden folk. This is the hidden folk stage. We now know that. At the time we saw this, we were like, CG trailer.
No spoilers. We're not going to give spoilers.
No. You can't give spoilers in this game. It's just too much. There's just too much going on in this game. But yes, when we saw this, we were like, "Oh, this is this has got to be a CG trailer," And now you see,
but it's not.
It was a whole different conversation.
Yep.
Amazing.
Amazing. Photo mode right there, real time.
Yep. Absolutely. And then I zoom in on her teeth and be like, "Damn, man! Like this is crazy."
Man, yeah, they did their big one on this, man.
The game takes about what 7.5 hours to beat. It took me 17 hours total. First place.
But it's a trash 4 out of 10,
11.5 for me.
There you go.
Trash 4 out of 10.
Yeah, it's trash 4 out of 10. Hey, Hargi Chani, if it's a 4 out of 10, we need to see the Longhouse Gaming metrics score sheet for that one, sir. We need to see.
Good luck with that.
Show your work, bro.
Yeah, right. Good luck with that.
4 out of 10. No, shoot.
That's asinine. That's so crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, this game, at the time we were like, oh, we're hoping it'll be good. It's really showed out. It really showed out. Like, and Hargi, you tell me, do you think this thing, and specifically you, Mister out here with the slander this morning, you think this thing will get passed over for award season this year?
It's
technical
tough to tell
achievement,
because, like,
acting.
I think a lot of the outlets gave it a good score.
Yes,
and
even the ones that are notorious for not tended to lean in the right direction.
This is not a 50, not a 60, right? This is still an 80.
Yes,
and that puts it in that category of great game. So, I mean, it definitely hasn't. Didn't Ghost get nominated? Ghost of Tsushima, and that wasn't that much higher than this, right? So, I don't see why not. It still could. It just has to gain enough votes, right? It may not win, probably won't.
If Melina Juergens does not get an award for this,
no, she's getting awards, bro. Melina's getting awards for this.
I would hope
point
so.
blank.
I would hope
her acting, her performance was one of the best I've ever seen. Point blank. Period.
Well, there's deserving, and then there's reality, right? And if there's anything PlayStation coming, you should expect them to win.
Astrobot is going to win Performance of the Year.
Or Concord. Concord has the acting scenes in the Concord trailer, whatever. They're pretty good. So
but okay. I'll give you that.
I'm sorry, but it is what it is. You have to accept that there will be some deference paid to anything coming from PlayStation. That's just the way it is. So if they have something,
but I feel like this is a breakthrough hit. It's a breakthrough. Like this one is.
It's gonna get looked at. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. I think she deserves it. I thought just she didn't even say that much. Just the emotion in her face.
Yeah,
it was really well done. But
and there's your technical achievement as well.
You just have to deal with it, right?
Yeah, that's true. How about Yakuza? I know a lot of people loved it when it came out. Infinite
I haven't had a
Wealth.
chance to play this one yet.
Okay. How about y'all? Okay.
I'm one of those gamers everybody's going to be very upset with.
Okay, please.
Y'all ready to hear it?
Go ahead. Virtual Tomatoes. Let's go.
I've never played a Yakuza game.
Yeah.
That's your Shenmue, man.
Join the rest of everybody else who's not the vast majority of people do not play Yakuza.
Yeah. I need to. I think I get kind of it's a Shenmue I guess, but the weird portions kind of get to me whenever it's super outlandish.
That's what I like. Honestly.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, I'll try it, guys.
Do you know what's kept me out of this? I feel like what's the name? Doctor Who. Remember the TV show Doctor Who? When they go, it's a great show. You just got to start in the 1975 version. There's 80 seasons. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel like this game has so many iterations and so many entries that
you don't have to really overthink it. That's always the problem, right? It's like if I said Mass Effect had 6 entries or Halo has 6 games, would you say?
Oh, but Halo starts from the beginning. It starts from beginning. Which one are you playing? Kiwami 2? There's always a different beginning.
You start with zero.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the answer. Start with 0.
Yeah.
And then go to Kiwami is just a remake of 1. So
exactly,
Kiwami
this is my point.
But you want to play Kiwami because it's the remake. So you just play 0. It's just like saying Halo. We have Halo Master Chief Collection has a remaster of 1 and 2. you're gonna play the remaster, not the original, right? So
not the original.
that's
Okay,
exactly what you do. So 0, Kiwami 2. I think 3 hasn't been remade yet. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and then play.
I have played Like a Dragon though. I have played Like a Dragon. I have played that, and I enjoyed myself. It was fun. But the unfortunate thing is, since I started there, some characters have this lineage and history that I'm lacking. Right, so it would be good to go back and really start. Play 0. Yeah.
Okay.
So then there's 76, and we saw this, and this was at this time people were like, "Oh, get me out of here!" But now, of course, the show has come out. People are like, "Hey, let's play more 76." Has anybody played 76 since the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
I booted it up right after I finished the show. Yeah, it's good.
I too booted it up after, and they got NPCs now. Back when this originally started, there was like no NPCs; it was just robots, right?
So that's what's weird is I did play it whenever it first launched, and immediately got out of there. It was like it had a red fall effect on me. I was like, "Yeah, I'm out of here, uninstalling."
The red fall effect, boy.
Got in there and bounced. But now it's good, man. Like as soon as you come out, there's NPCs, man. It's good. Yeah.
It was a true barren wasteland at first. I was like, it's not for me. There's nothing here. And then you're thinking it's going to be Fallout, but online, and then there's nothing in the game, and then you just led astray. But I heard it's good now. I'm actually curious to jump into it.
Yeah.
It's really hard because like my favorite MMO is ESO. So like if I'm giving anything that amount of time, like that's what I'm giving my time to. So opposed to Fall. I love Fallout, love the series, love the world, but I love ESO.
You do have to choose what MMO you go. I think I play a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I think that's the MMO one. You have to choose for sure. You cannot. And that one I just wasn't gonna choose that one. It's just how it was.
Yeah.
You only get one black hole game. By that verdict, I guess mine is Minecraft. My kids. I said black hole game. Calm down, son. Calm down. My kids play Minecraft all the time and insist that I play it with them. We have like villages, like cities, houses, and all this. So I guess I play Minecraft, whether I like it or not, because it is.
Yeah.
That's how I connect with my kids. We play a lot of Minecraft. But okay, so then there's this, which, like, since this has come out, I've heard a lot of more details about its gameplay elements. Does anybody remember Fat Princess? There's a lot of Fat Princess vibes in this game. Where you're helping the princess get to a destination and you're protecting her and all of this. Fat Princess Black Viking, it was a PS3 game.
Okay.
Different art style, different like sensibility, but kind of similar in its gameplay elements. I think this one obviously has a lot more culture related to it. They're putting a lot of real, authentic, well, seemingly authentic lore behind it. It just looks like a feast for the eyes so far. I don't know if we see this anymore. I think they did what they did with this, and this is gonna kind of be in the hopper until
I saw them make a thread yesterday on the gameplay of this, and it was the first time I heard from them in a while. So I'm not sure if I don't think we'll see this. We'll probably see it at Summer Games Fest a little bit. But as far as the show, Xbox showcase, probably not. But I'm excited for it, man. It's gonna be in Game Pass. Capcom been killing it for like I don't know, last 3 years, man. Like every single thing they put out, man. So I'm excited to try it, man. And the gameplay thread that they had on Twitter was really nice too. It gave you a bigger sense of it. It's like, well, we're not going to make a video. We'll just do a Twitter thread to save cost on budget. So yeah, Exoprimal was good.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody said. Exoprimal was good. But there's only so much time in the day for games like that, and you have to choose wisely of
Indeed.
which multiplayer game you go play, man. So
What about the Forza Motorsport? What do we think? This was like one of the saving graces. Oh, this is going to be great. In hindsight, it didn't land so well. I don't know. Am I wrong? It didn't land so well.
I trip out so hard on it. I'm sorry, I'm talking so much. I trip out so hard on this because like everybody, like from all the technical guys, it's like you know GT7 is the better looking game.
No, actually, that's wrong, right?
I don't agree.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't either. Because this is more realistic than GT.
Yeah.
GT is the Michael Bay movie. They only show you the best at all times. This shows you realism. And sometimes during the day, the light hits you wrong and it just doesn't look as statuesque as you'd expect. But this is doing real stuff, right?
Yeah. I enjoyed my time with it. I know like there's big sim fans out there that didn't really like it too much. But like for me, I liked it. I guess as a sim, maybe GT's still your bag, but I'm really go ahead.
I do recall like that. Now that you say that, I do recall, and shout out to the man Fuzzy Belvedere. He is all things Forza SME for subject matter expert. You know, the issues that came out with this that kind of soured people was the fact that before this, you used to be able to progress your character, right? And progressing your character then gives you more ability in the various cars you choose. And in this one, they instead they put the progression instead of on the character, but on the car. So instead of, hey, now I'm at a level where I can pick and choose what I want to do and I can add more to my vehicle, I have to level this car up for X amount of hours. And then I have to go level another car up for X amount of hours before I can do anything with them.
Got you.
Right? And that's a big change from how it used to be. So that really soured a lot of people. You know, that's what I recall was the biggest criticism, which that is valid criticism. You know, that's how you've always been. And now all of a sudden you basically making you spend twice as much time just to get every car to where you want to be able to play with it.
Yeah. It looks like they made a choice of trying to get player engagement as far as hours versus player fun. So they went too far to the right.
Now, anime compilations. You said they changed that. You mean they changed that for the better since that criticism, or what happened there? Because again, I would say on average, whether it be motorsport or, and I tend to be more of a Horizon kind of guy, but in each, I've actually checked my stats. I average around 25, 30 hours and then I fall off. And I don't even do it on purpose. I just have checked every single one. And about 30 hours, I'm like, oh, shiny. And I go someplace else. So like I this is the first one that I did not put that much time into because it just started on a negative note. And I think maybe I was like doing something else at the time. I still need to go back and give it the old college effort, as they say. So let us know, have they changed those gameplay elements for the better? Because I did hear good things about its capabilities and its like graphics and realism, but that progression system really set people back. You know, at least that's what they were saying. Now, moving on, what we're looking on the screen here is your favorite game, sir.
My favorite game. Yep.
Right. A lot of people say that this parts of the game is where they lose a lot of the fans. Oh, why do you guys got to keep showing? And I've always said, and y'all heard me on other shows say, somebody got to like it, right? There's a reason they keep showing this every single year. Black Viking, sir. You know, did you play this latest DLC?
I did. Yep, I sure did. Yep. And I'm really looking forward to Golden Road whenever that hits this year. So yeah, they always add something new enough to get another 40 hours out of you at least, which is 40
hours.
Yeah, awesome. At least with each expansion. So yeah, I'm gonna really dive deep into Golden Road when that comes back out. I think there'll be some time for me to hit it back up. I haven't played in a couple months, but yeah, I got too much time probably in that game. So
see, we got to get people who play these games to get others excited, because I feel like there's a reason to play them, but maybe the developers / the publishers are not showing it in their best light.
Well, I think what happened at the very beginning, it wasn't, whenever they showcased it, whenever it first came out, which was years ago, it didn't hit the Skyrim-esque feel. People were expecting it to look like Skyrim in first person view and third person view and stuff like that. But since then, man, they have really updated the graphics like no other. It looks and feels great. And people think like MMO, I'm gonna need friends. I barely play any of these games with friends.
Okay.
So
it's just more your Skyrim game. You can play like a single player campaign, like if you will, and still get the energy out of it. That's cool.
100%. I mean, and you might not be able to do like you can do looking for group and stuff with some of the dungeons and stuff, but matchmaking is on there, so that's cool. And nice. Yeah, it's fine, man. Like it is 100% okay. Like it's like it is.
He said it's 100% okay.
Okay. I mean, okay, in the sense of like you don't need like a large group. You don't have to worry about like Destiny, for example. You're about to hit those raids. You need a good team
people
to hit the.
Not just people. You need real people. Yes, that's right.
You don't have to worry about that in ESO, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Shout out to the 320 people watching between Twitter and the YouTubes. Salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. I will take a pause in a minute to do our first giveaway. Before I do, let me actually, while I recall, let me get that done. By the way, just so you know, this is for Xbox. So for y'all who are wondering what we're going to be giving away, if you happen to hear me, we are going to be giving away Hypercharged. Game is out. People are excited about it. I'm excited about it. Developers doing good work out there. I want to make sure that the people check it out, and if you have a chance to play that game, man. So we're gonna give a copy away. Let me get that thing started. But while I do, Hargeet, man, what do you think, man? Have you played? What are some of your thoughts on currently what we're looking at right now? I know many of them kind of came and went, right? Like and we're looking at this with hindsight eyes, obviously. So
right.
This was like a year ago. I kind of feel like some of these kind of came and turned into fodder, right? Like did this hit, like, because people were super excited about it, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I've played Tactica yet, so I can't really comment on that one. I'd like to try it. Why not, right? So I've played a couple of the Personas, and they're, as you said, they take a lot of time. It's a big time thing. So you have to kind of spend time on it. But I mean, it's definitely something that's interesting. I've played a little bit of ESO, and it's one of those things that it's got campaign. You can just play it, right? So you just have to kind of sink the time into it. So same with Fallout 76. Just
don't be a grazer like me, where you're always looking at something new, because you can't. These are black hole games you got to stick with for a long time. Yeah.
You know what, Kay? I skipped like 2 expansions before and came right back in. Time of my life.
Wow.
Like it's fine. Like you don't have to. Like each expansion offers a new zone and a new story, to where like even if you didn't play Necro or any of the other expansions, you're fine. Like 100%. You're good.
Okay. I might look. Every time I see one of them trailers, I'm like, yo, man, this game is something else. I got to play this, man. But then of course, something comes in, or you're like, where am I going to start from the beginning? I don't know. Now, surprising, I forgot, but when this trailer came out, Starfield had not actually been in people's hands. It's like 1 million years ago now, and this was before I put like 2 weeks into that game. And now Starfield has come and has gone, and it's gotten its 7 out of 10. People have gotten mad about it. But Starfield, I don't know why. I feel like when this thing came out, I hadn't thought about it. Starfield was the game to come out. Maybe a little bit of time being passed has kind of make us forget about that a little bit. And of course, you have Hellblade 2 taking up a lot of the energy in the room. But Starfield, what do we think about it now? Black Skeleton, how much of this did you play? What did you think of it?
I played plenty, I promise. I played a lot of Starfield. I played it on my PC with a suboptimal PC. Did not have the rig to really get the best out of the game. Still completed it. Did not care. Loved it.
Now, hold on. You said you completed it. How many times you roll credits on that thing? Because to my understanding, every time I say I played it twice, they're like, "Young buck, you just started. You haven't even seen the damn thing."
Well, yeah, okay. So I actually have a lot of run throughs in because I have like once I was streaming, so I started another run through on that, and then I had my main story quest that I accidentally rolled credits. That's what it got me, because for some reason I have this thing to where I just want to know more of the story, and I'm like, oh, it's not going to end. It will end. So I always end up messing up there. But I upgraded my PC, so I was giving it another run through recently. So I went from, I think I played it about the 30 frames, and now it's hitting like 80 to 100, and it's giving me a whole new feel of a playthrough. So this game has legs on it, and now I'm doing all the stuff I didn't do before. I'm taking the bad route. I'm a bad guy in this one, so I don't care what people think about me or anything like that.
You walk around shooting, okay?
Oh, I do it all in this one, this playthrough, and my other playthrough, I'm a good one. I'm just trying to save the world. But I thoroughly enjoy these games. We always wanted Skyrim in space. There it is. Like,
this is very much Skyrim in space. I will give you that. Like people were doubting it, but since it's released, it is very much Skyrim in space. Before I get to y'all to my next question, I will quickly let me hit the button real quick. There you go. Now, in the chat, if you have a chance to #Hypercharge, put that in there. You will be entered to win a copy of Hypercharge on Xbox. We're giving a console game away. Come on now. Y'all want to play it? It's out now. It's Toy Soldiers. It's fun. A lot of people have been talking really good about it. If you want to try it out, it's on the screen. Hypercharge. #Hypercharge. You want to be entered to win the drawing? I'll pull a name out in a few minutes. But yeah, go ahead and fill that up. I see it starting right now. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all. Again, thanks to 330 people across the various platforms for checking us out. This is pretty cool. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. And in a few minutes, we'll call it out. How about you, Hargeet? How much time have you put into Starfield?
Oh gosh, I should have looked, but I put a lot into it. I only did one complete, and then I was waiting for the Shattered Space DLC to go back to it. Yep. I'm kind of glad I did, because they've added all these quality of life improvements.
The new update is great.
So right, so it'll hopefully be kind of almost a new game when you go back, right? So but this is a fall DLC, right? It's coming out in the fall. So I'd like to see what the heck it is. Maybe they'll show something about what the heck they're doing with it, right? But yeah, I'm definitely gonna jump back in. Of course, there's a lot of things coming in the fall from Xbox. So it'll be interesting to find time for it, but I'll try to find time. And so I definitely want to do a couple of loops, but we'll see. I just want to see what the Shattered Space stuff does. There's so much potential based on the story of what they could do, so I'm kind of like curious what they actually end up doing.
Black Viking, man.
Yeah.
Do you think we see this game, like at least the Shattered Space DLC? Do you think we see any of that on next week's show?
So I think that we do. It's just that I think Bethesda or ZeniMax has like a lot of stuff cooking. I'm not sure if they're going to have their own showcase like sometime in August or something like that. I hope that we do. You know what's crazy, Kay? It's like I don't have like 26 days in the game like a lot of people. I've seen some crazy stats out here.
Crazy numbers, bro.
Yeah, crazy numbers. But I will tell you, I've played a lot, and I still never went into Unity yet. I'm one of those.
Wow. I'm one of those. So you're still on your first run.
Yeah, I have not went to Unity yet. Every little ding ding, like I'm doing it. What's that over there?
As you should, though. You made it, bro.
I play those games like really different, man. I don't want to. I don't know, and then maybe right before I know when Shattered Space drops, then I'll go ahead and complete the main quest. So yeah, I have not, but I don't know if we see it, man. I think it needs time. I think it needs I don't know how long
it's getting released this year, right?
Yes, and I don't know if we get like another showcase, a Bethesda showcase to show like Fallout 76 updates, ESO, like Golden Road, and then what else they got cooking? Yeah, you got Shattered Space. Maybe they get their own like 30-minute to an hour deep dive into all those at a later date, like in
Elder
August.
Scrolls 6. Do it.
Nah,
Little
not
bit.
even close.
Little bits.
He's asking for a JPEG. You want a JPEG?
I feel like Amy Hood said, go ahead and put Elder Scrolls to the side, and you guys are going to be working on Fallout now since all the hype is there.
Booming. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm excited, man. The new update is great. I played like probably about 10 hours into the new update to see what that was like. The lighting changed dramatically. It runs super good on console now with the 60 frames mode. And the performance mode, I was worried because I thought I was going to get like a Fallout, not a Fallout, but a Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth type of performance mode. But no, it still looks crispy as hell, man. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Oh, very cool. Now, have y'all played the game on the screen here? I found myself playing this.
Jusant.
I played the hell out of this game. It is one of those like palate cleansers where you just kind of climbing. Like, yeah, I loved this game, man. I think people get like, did it get an
Wait,
award?
do you just keep pushing the up on the joystick?
No,
this must be like a 4 out of 10.
It gets very complicated, sir. It gets very complicated. You have to be careful where you grab. You know, it's almost like, I know what you're doing. Calm down, sir. It's almost like what do you call it? What's the name again? Death Stranding. You know how you have the walking simulator, but it's really complicated walking? This becomes very complicated climbing. It really does. It's quite good. I appreciated what they did with this thing, you know. And it was on Game Pass, so it was easy to just pick up and play every once in a while. I found myself playing this game far more times than I care to admit. But yes. So this was a good game. I hope more games like this like end up in the mix this year, you know, games you didn't know you wanted, but then it comes out and it's really, really cool, you know. Yeah, why not? You know,
I haven't played it. I still need to play it.
It's quite good. It's one of those turn your brain off until it gets complicated type situations, you know.
Right. That's cool. Yeah. We always need those palate cleansers.
Exactly. You know. Yeah. You mix it in with the big AAA monsters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep.
So real quick, because we did the first draw, let's get our first winner. Shout out to the man BT Maverick 707.
Hey, the homie,
the guy.
Brother, you have won yourself a copy of Hypercharge. Hit me up in the DMs. I will gift you a copy on the Xbox platform, or if you want the PC copy, whichever way you want it. It's all good. No didn't. Holla at me. You know where to find me. I'm in them DMs. Send me a message and I'll send you a code. But congratulations. We will draw another one very, very soon. And because of that, let me reset the counter and keep adding the Hypercharge into the DMs if you want to be considered for the next round. We have 2 copies. So let me see here. Let me reset this guy. Giveaway. Excellent. Let me do that real quick here. Again, it is hashtag Hypercharge. And we'll draw another one, and you could potentially win a copy. I have one more copy to give away. Hypercharge. So if you want to win, you know what to do. But shout out to you, sir, BT Maverick. You won. Congratulations, sir. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, let's keep it moving. This game, what is this? The Dungeons of Hinterberg. Every time they say it, I got to say it that way. The Dungeons of Hinterberg. It looks amazing. The first time I saw this, I was like, ah. And every time I have seen more footage, I was like, yo, I'm actually going to play this game. It's quite good. You know, I don't know why. I like the graphic output. It looks like they're taking their stuff seriously. It's fun. It's interesting. The combat seems fun. I really like it. The puzzles and things. We still haven't gotten a chance to get our hands on it. Is it this year? I wasn't sure. Like I don't know.
July next month.
Yeah.
Oh, it is next month. Okay. Excellent. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to definitely playing this. Okay. And then of course, Phantom Liberty.
Liberty.
Please. Let's take a temperature of the room here. I'll start with you there, Black Viking. Have you played Phantom Liberty?
I have not.
You have not.
No, I have not.
Have you played the OG variant?
I did when it launched on Xbox platforms. And
wow.
No, listen, it's so hard for me to get back into it, man, because like for some reason, like I've heard amazing things about it, right? And I tried to get back into it, and it was running at like 5 frames on console. Like it was
in the beginning, yes,
in the beginning, it was horrible.
Yes.
But then whenever like they took like 2 years to fix everything, and like the AI for the cops was horrible. Like it was just really hard for me to get back into it when all these new games it lost its hotness for me. And then all these new games started coming out, and so I played it. But I've heard nothing but amazing things.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to fault it. It's just, it's hard for me to get back into games after they put a sour taste in my mouth.
True. How about you, Black Skeleton? Have you tried this?
I'm literally right there with Viking. I bought it on a release, and I bought it on PC. And like I said, I had a suboptimal PC. Also couldn't run it that well, so I was like, I'm out too. And then all the stigmas and all that going on for it. So, but I do hear it's good now. I'm a big fan of Idris Elba, so I want to see that part. Like I want to get back into it, but by the time they fixed it. First, they already slapped me in the face a little bit. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm still feeling the pain on my face. I'm like, ow. I remember. And then it's just a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's just a lot of stuff out. I'm backlogged kind of now. So I still haven't had a chance. Like,
so James Daly asked a very pertinent question. Have y'all watched Edge Runners?
No. Yes. I heard good things though.
Edge Runners got me back into playing, so like I'm not far into it, but like Edge Runners was amazing. One of the like aside from like Arcane and like now Fallout and Last of Us, one of the best gaming adaptations I've ever seen. It is so good.
So Black Skeleton, you have now a capable PC, as you didn't have a capable PC before, right? And you still feel a little bit of the scars of the previous year. I get you. I would ask you, watch Edge Runners, and then see if you don't want to play this game again.
No, you'll want to play 100%.
I bet. Oh boy, I'm gonna watch it because I that's the thing. Like I bought Cyberpunk because I wanted to play it, so I still have that the want to play. It's just like it's been so long now. The game is pretty much done. The hype is gone. Everything's gone about it, but it's so many games coming out. There's just so many games out. Look, I had Starfield to play, and I had so much to play. Like I was like, oh no, but if I'm gonna play some kind of first person open world thing, there's other ones to play now, and they it's good now. But we know how y'all started. I won't forget.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. I will say, look, this is a cautionary tale. It was a cautionary tale for a while, but it's also a redemption story because they've come a long way. I think the latest update I heard, like if you play the OG without Phantom Liberty, just the original version, you can find Idris Elba in the world. Like he's in the stock. It's crazy.
That's cool.
They finished it like to the point where I think it was 2 weeks ago is when there was a report that just 2 weeks ago there was a report that they finally stopped updating Cyberpunk.
So they're done.
It is now,
it's complete.
They put pens down on Cyberpunk. It's been that long and they've been working on it. So I would say, if you haven't tried it, now's the perfect time. Now's the time. They have really done something to it. I am a huge fan of that game. Like so I beat that game on PC. I beat it on GOG, beat it on Xbox, and then I put on mods on PC, and I'm like Spider-Man, climbing the walls, stealing ships in the air. Like I got claws. I'm like cutting people. It is something. It is really, really good now. It's really good. So check it out. And PC heathens as we are, I use it to benchmark games. So I benchmark hardware. It's still one of the best path trace looking games out there. So it's amazing. If you have the hardware to run it, you should definitely check it out. So there you go. And then we're looking at what is this? What's the name of this game again? I forget.
City Skylines.
City Skylines. I always try this. Then I get too in depth with it, and then I'm just like, nope, it's too much. I can't. My budget is blown. All of a sudden, half of my neighborhoods have no power anymore. I expended my budget building this theme park or whatever on this side or whatever.
So this is another one of my type of games. Unfortunately, just like with Cyberpunk, this came out buggy. That's what's sad about like nowadays, bro. You come out with a buggy game like at the very beginning to where like it's almost unplayable, it will get left in the dust.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and I was really excited for this, and I haven't went back after they fixed everything. But now I'm like, the new shiny thing is always here every freaking 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it's hard to go back to those.
Yeah. It's hard to make a second first impression on people. You know?
Yes.
It's very hard. Very hard. I understand. It's one of those things. Like, this is why we got to be very careful when we release games. They're developers, you know. The second time you release it,
don't blame it on developers. It's the publisher.
Sure, publishers. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt,
100% the publisher.
No doubt. Yeah. It's no doubt. Yeah, you know. But then eventually it gets good, and then they put it in Game Pass, and they hope that you'll give it another shot. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's see. What's this game again? Let me see. The name is at the tip of my tongue. I know a friend of mine who really, really enjoys this game, but it's escaping me. Have any of y'all seen this? It's from obviously from the developers.
Metaphor.
Yes.
This is Metaphor.
Metaphor Different Tangent. That's right.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me why. What is it? The gameplay elements? Like, I feel like these tend to be black hole games in and of themselves. Like,
that's what I said. Like I can only do one Atlas game a year, and this is going to be it because it does give me, you got the Persona type of feel to it.
Yeah.
But to me, it reminds me a lot of Fire Emblem. And I've been waiting for Fire Emblems to come to console or PC or what have you. So like
they locked it behind that abacus, bro. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna really dig playing this.
Okay. Yeah. People are excited about it. Like, I need to get into one of them. The last one I really played was Persona 4 Golden on my Vita. Like, my Vita was my Persona 4 Golden device. I played it for hundreds of hours. Never finished it because obviously that's the type of game that is. But yes, and ever since then I've just been like, I need a different one. And I touch these various games, and I don't know, man. I play with it a little bit, and then newest latest best, something else jumps in and kind of like not ruins it for me, but takes my attention away. And then I gotta wait for another one. It's all good. And of course, not to be outdone, the man wins and then gives back. We appreciate you, sir. BT Maverick 707, gifting 5 channel memberships. Bro, thank you so much. This is amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. If this was the Longhouse podcast, the horn would have come out, but we ain't going there. Appreciate you, sir. BT Mavericks, real cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Now, this is a game that we're looking forward to that some people have been playing but can't talk about it, right? If I'm not mistaken, isn't this? Yes, and I too have gotten a code for this. I cannot talk about it. I just can tell you that I got a code for it, and I'm looking forward to people playing it. So we will quietly move along because we don't want to make anybody.
As soon as it came up, I was like, "Fuck, I can't talk about it." Like,
can't talk about it. Nope. We shall move on. All we can tell you is we've played it. Yes, it is called Towerborn.
What was the game?
I can say that.
It was Towerborn. Okay, got it.
Yeah. It's Towerborn. Yes, I can tell you that I've played it, and that's it. That's all I can tell you.
Given that that's happening, I assume it's going to be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah. Now, I will say this game threw me for a loop. I am the hugest BioShock fan. I've loved the world of BioShock. I've been a big BioShock guy. I have them like basically living on my handhelds. I'm always playing them. Infinite and all the rest. I love them. This ate their lunch in a big way. So much so that I'm like, Judas who? Like, this is great. Like, I saw this, I was like, yo. And this was the first time we saw it, and people are like, well, it's a beginning. Oh, it's a big. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this thing looks like it's done. Like it looks like it was finished and then they showed it to you. Like I have no prior knowledge. This is all rumor and speculation from me, but I would not be surprised if they smack you across the face with this thing sometime this year and you're just blown away. I expect to see this, at least more footage from it or something, because it doesn't look like, what do you call it, Hellblade 2, where they just showed you a trailer and then they started working on it. This thing looks done, and then they showed it to you for the first time. What do you think, Hargeet?
Yeah, this looked pretty cool. I don't know if we really saw a lot of gameplay yet. We kind of got little snippets maybe, but would love to see more. This is the question mark though, is just like some of the other games. They showed this one. Do we expect this to kind of release next year? And if we do, then I guess I don't want to see an update until Dev Direct. Just because I don't want them to waste time on this. Like set up things for other things, give time to other things because they have plenty to show us. And on top of that, I don't want to hear that.
Comes out this year? What if it comes out this year?
It's possible, right? They potentially have either this or South of Midnight ready to go, but I don't know. Like,
based on the trailers, I'd say this is far more done than South of Midnight because this thing looks like a full done game that you just kind of announced on you.
But it wasn't in the Dev Direct, so I don't know if they maybe have it ready. We will see, right? Because Phil did say they have 2 major games that they haven't announced yet that are coming out this year, right? But you could say one of them is probably Doom, right? The other one might be a Gears collection. It might be what else was it? There was another game that's tentatively coming out this year, right? I don't know, but so I don't know if it's one of these. I don't know. It just I think they're gonna have to push it down next year, just because they have too much stuff, right?
It looks amazing, bro. Stuff, they have too much stuff, and we're not even talking about ABK and what they are bringing. Like this is just solely Xbox Game Studios. This is just solely them.
Yep.
It's looking righteous.
Yes, definitely.
If it's a game that'll excite me, oh boy, I need my BioShock.
I hope it comes out next year. I hope it's one of those next year games. So but yeah, Onslaught, lots of games. Indeed. Yes.
Now, I pulled the trigger on the second winner, and once again, it's a great member of the community. You know him. You've seen him in many, many chats. Shout out to you, good sir. Big Mad Mo.
Hey,
you got yourself a copy of Hypercharge, sir. Holla at me in the DMs. I will gift you a code to the Xbox or wherever you choose to play. He is a very staunch anti-PC dude, but we ain't gonna hold that against you. Got you a code. Holla at me on the Twitter DMs. I will get you a copy of Hypercharge. Salute to you. Thank you for participating in the contest. Thank you for being here. Awesome. So 2 copies given away. One to BT Maverick 707. The other, Big Mad Mo. Salute to you. There you go. Appreciate y'all being here, and let me know how it is because I like, as I've already said, I'm not a big multiplayer guy, but the whole toy soldiers thing gets me, man. I'm hoping they do DLC and they start giving you like licensed material. Somebody talk to Hasbro, get some other people in here, So yes, there you go. So salute to you, Big Mad Mo. Appreciate you. So okay, now we're towards the end of this, right? Now, if you follow through with the rest of it, it is all Starfield all the time.
Well, besides we get the 1 terabyte S, right? I think they're showing that.
The 1 terabyte S here, yes, yeah. They show the 1 terabyte S, and then they start really delving deep on Starfield. So I think we can, and I'll keep this running, but we can kind of give our take on the whole direct the whole show as it were. I'll start with you, Black Skellington. Hindsight 2020. We have a year removed almost. About to see what's happening next. What did you think of this showing? Now that we've had some time to have some time removed, see some games come out. What are your thoughts?
Good show. I rewatched it before we got streamed, and I was like, "Oh man, I got to play it." Especially, I think the 33 Immortals kind of hit me the hardest because when I first saw that in the showcase, I was like, "Okay, that could be cool." But then I actually got to play that, and when I resaw that on the show, I was like, "Dang, that actually was a good one." And then Starfield, good one. And then I'm like, "Oh man, that was actually a lot of content that they gave us right there, and it just gave a lot of hope for what's coming forward." And Hey, that's an A+ showcase, and what they delivered on the games they're showing. Even the Star Wars Outlaws is coming in a couple months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're giving what they promised for the most part. Shout out to Xbox. And hey, that play at first day one Game Pass, I'll never get tired of that. Show me that at the end every time. Shoo.
Yes.
Even more than the exclusive.
Oh, I need that Game Pass.
Game Pass.
How about you, Viking? What do you think? Like, time removed, we've played some of those games. What'd you think of this show now that you've had some time away from it? Yeah.
It was great, man. First of all, whenever they started it off with a bang, with showing Fable, that was amazing. Every game that they launched to me was worth playing. Like, it was like every single one that they showed that has come out has been 33 Immortals, Starfield, Forza. Like, they hit it out of the park, man. Like, like even like have some of the partnerships, like with, I'm curious to see what partnerships they have this year, but like whenever they showed Cyberpunk, that was cool, man. Seeing Keanu Reeves come out and do that, they kill it. Like seeing Sarah Bond come out, being excited about the games. South of Midnight was like a breath of fresh air. Seeing that and the style of it. I couldn't have been happier, man. And if you have Game Pass or just a lover of games in general, you would have loved this showcase.
Yeah, I don't disagree, sir. I don't disagree. How about you, Hargeet? We've had some time removed from this. Hindsight 2020. We've now played Hellblade. We've now played Starfield. Some of the really big games that we wanted to play. Like, these were exciting when we saw them. They're now kind of in the rear view, if you will. What are your thoughts on last year's showcase?
I gave it a B at the time. I'll stick with my B. I think it's pretty good. And I actually did play Cyberpunk. I never had played it. I waited for all the patches, and so that was pretty cool to see Phantom Liberty. And then I played it with Phantom Liberty just intermingled. It was just a mission that was just part of the game, right? So it wasn't an expansion for me. But yeah, it was cool to see all that stuff. There was also the extended little thing they did, right? So afterwards, but yeah, it was a B to me, and the real issue with me that kept it a B instead of an A. Yeah, first, like the 3060 thing wasn't answered, and for Starfield, I'm like, really? And then release dates, they still kind of kept it all nebulous, and I'm like, okay, so you're not comfortable, right? So, and again, that's not a massive knock, right? I mean, nowadays it's just, we know those release dates are kind of, they're a problem because developments are not that easy these days, right? Just, it is what it is. So fine, but I kind of wanted more concrete dates if you're going to show me things. They didn't. And then that 3060 was promised, but it was an interview with, I think it was with IGN. I think that's where Todd talked about it. But he did an interview on the side,
where they hedged their bets and they went, "Oh, we wanted it to be filmmaking." I'm like, shh.
Yeah, but that was not part of the showcase, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna knock you. You said, Phil, that it was gonna be part of the showcase, so fine, I will knock you for that, right? So, but overall, hey, most of those games came out. They were good. It was fun stuff. So I'm not gonna knock it. The other ones we know are a little bit further out. It's fine. Okay. So I still think it's a B. I think it's a great showcase. It shows a lot of the stuff that's coming up probably in the next year and a half, right? So that's pretty cool. And then we have another one coming up that's going to show us even more stuff. So but yeah, I mean, I think it's still a B because there were certain things that they really needed to nail and they didn't, and because they were afraid. And you kind of have to be bolder than that.
I have a quick question. Do you guys think there'll be any shadow drops?
Well, let's go there. Let's go to this year's show. Let's talk about this year's show. Yes, Black Skeleton. Are you hopeful for shadow drops?
I think when I say hopeful, it makes me feel spoiled. you know, because I don't want to say that you better have a shadow drop, especially after Hi-Fi Rush blowing me out the water like that, or blowing out the water. I don't want to say that, but I it's just such a good look. It's like you get to watch a good showcase, and then you get to go and play something that they may have talked about. It's like, I like that, but I don't want to say it's necessary because I'm spoiled. I'm just gonna say I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled with Game Pass. I'm spoiled with shadow drops. You shadow drop me Hi-Fi Rush. We all know how that went, but yes, I don't want to say, I don't want to say it's necessary, but I would love it. I love it, but they don't have to. They don't have to. No.
See, and now anytime anybody says shadow drop, I go, it's great right there, but then they end up, it turns into a cautionary tale, baby. I don't know. How about you, Black Viking? Shadow drop?
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll see. I don't think we'll see any shadow drops from anything that Microsoft or Xbox owns, but there could be a shadow drop into Game Pass from a partner.
Right? Like where the hell's Silk Song? Huh? Y'all been talking about it forever. Shadow drop that thing that day, because at that point you've already done the marketing for that one. Like,
well, that wouldn't be a shadow drop. That would be a stealth drop.
It'd be a stealth drop. Yes, shadow drop defined by a game you didn't know about at all. That would then drop that day. But am I wrong, Hargi, in assuming that a shadow drop, as defined as a shadow drop, ends up being bad for the game ultimately?
No, because you could do it for something that we tentatively believe is coming because of rumors, and that would be the Marcus Phoenix collection. Because you don't need it.
That has a legacy. That has a long tail.
It has already proven itself. We don't need it to. Right.
Okay.
This is just a remaster.
That'd be the only time when a shadow drop would be okay.
Right. And so you can 100% shadow drop that sucker. Right.
Yeah.
So I think that to me is a great option for them. If they have any other remasters, say they have like a Fallout 3 or an Oblivion or something like that. Again, those games have already made their money. These are just remasters. Go for it. I'm all for that. Shadow drop that sucker, because it doesn't necessarily need to make its money back, because it already has made its money back. So right, this is just
like nothing new, nothing fresh and new. That needs marketing.
I don't think so. I think the shadow drop for Hi-Fi Rush actually helped it tremendously, to be honest. Like the excitement is because shadow drop on Game Pass, right?
Because it eliminates the need, right? Yeah,
it eliminates the need, or like, I need to have money for this. It's they just dropped a new game like that they're excited about in their showcase. Let me go try it right now. And you get in there, like I played it as soon as they announced it. You know what I mean? So
me too.
Yeah.
So I think a shadow drop works if the game isn't something like massive, right? So you don't do it for AAAs, right? And you could take Hi-Fi Rush and say it's maybe AA, very close to AAA, because I think the number of people working on it was still pretty large, and the budget for it was still pretty high, and then the expectation becomes a problem. But if it's a small game, right? Like let's say Pentiment, they have a Pentiment 2. What's the expectation here? It's like 10 people working on it. All right, what's the budget on that? A couple million. All right, so whatever. You can shadow drop that sucker. It's going to get what it's going to get. Right, it's not like it's gonna sell 400 million copies. It's just not gonna do that, right? So I think a shadow drop, to your point, Viking, actually a shadow drop might be more compelling.
It is
just like, hey, give it some buzz. Hey, you got something like right now. It's right,
and it's every headline. It's on every headline from every outlet.
Exactly,
it's
that's probably better marketing right there. Shadow drop right at the showcase. There you go. So I don't know. I think that kind of helps. It just depends on the size of the game and how much money they need to get back on it, right? So if it's a small game, I totally think it can. Remakes, remasters, 100%. You can just shadow drop those, no problem. Right? Those are the kind of games I think they should, and I would really like to see Gears Collection or an Oblivion or something like that. 100% do it. Like absolutely shadow drop something like that. It'd be awesome.
Okay. So for the future, the show coming up next week, right? I need 3 things. And I'll start from the top and we'll head to the bottom. I need 3 things. I need what you want to see there. I need what you know will be there. And I need your pie in the sky. Oh my God, I will throw my hands in the air and act like a fool if I see this. And I will start with you, Hargeet Chani. Go.
Which one do you want? All three, or do you want to do one at a time?
All three. Let's go.
What do I know will be there? Look, I'm going to skip
there.
the ones that are obvious, right? Indie and all that. We already know those are going to be there, right?
Okay.
What do I know is going to be there? I mean, at this point, it's kind of an obvious thing that Gears is showing up in some way. So we should hopefully expect Gear 6. So I think that's the no that'll be there. I hope it's also Marcus Phoenix question, but that's a separate one, whatever. So that's a no, it'll be there. What I want to be there, there's plenty, right? But I'll pick this one. I think Square needs to show up. I think Square needs to come in and try to entice.
Now, what do you mean by Square needs to show up? Does Square show up with the Wicked Stepchild game, or do they show up?
This is what I'm going to get into, right?
Okay.
Look, they have shunned this community. That's just a fact. They went to PlayStation and they shunned this community, and they need to make up for that shit. They need to come back and say, all right, here's Octopath Traveler 2 into Game Pass day and date. Here's Final Fantasy 16 day and date into Game Pass.
Dragon Quest Collection.
Yeah, absolutely. Like any like they have to come in big, and it can't just be, oh hey, we're gonna bring a game in 2 years. No. I want games drop. They coming in the next month or two, and they're gonna be coming into Game Pass because you got to make up for what you did, right? You totally shunned this community. Now don't expect us to come in and save your asses. Like you need to make up for that. So I think they need to show up. They need to kind of work with Xbox to gain some trust back from this community, right? And that's what I think they need to do. It can't just be that they just say, oh, there's some games coming over the next 2 years. Yes, please buy our games. Like no. You took the bag from one side, got screwed. That's not our fault. So you need to come up.
Damn.
That's just how I feel. Like they told our this community, fuck you, and they need to make up for that.
They did.
That's just the way it is. So you need to come in and bring some stuff like that. That's what needs to happen.
So that's what you want to see.
Mana, if I remember right, is them,
which they've already which they've already talked about.
Comes out
which they did bring into the Dev Direct, and good time to say the release date is yada yada, and it's going day and date in Game Pass. So you need to make. I don't care how they want to pull this off, but they need to do something for the community, not just say we're coming and giving you here. You can now buy our games. No, you need to show up. You need to make amends, and then make it so that we understand that you're not going to be leaving. This
pay fealty to the green is what he is.
Yes, 100%. They took the check from the other side and said, "Screw you." Okay, well, fine. Now you need to come over here, and you need to do something to make it so that we feel like you actually want us to be your customers. Right, so that's what I think that needs to happen now.
Okay,
something crazy that could happen, right?
Speak on it, sir. Let's go. What you got?
There's two ways I could go with this. One is an acquisition. That would be freaking awesome, right? So it can't be a big one, I don't think, because of the fact that they're still dealing with the stupid FTC, right? So, but small things could happen, right? So they could go get some small studios here and there, whatever. Fine. So they could do that. The other big one, if they pull it off. Epic Game Store is coming into Xbox. That would be quite a crazy announcement. And what they showcase would be even more fun is Ghost of Tsushima just came up.
That's crazy.
This man. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, okay.
That's not pie in the sky. That's a pie in space. That's just all the way to Andromeda.
They show you playing.
This guy.
Yo.
My God.
Who set this man loose? I guess that was me. My bad.
All your exclusive are belong to us. That's what I would say.
This guy. Oh man. Okay. Yep. So you want them to show you the store, and because they have that store, all those games now, boom, playable on Xbox.
Yep.
Now my technical hat comes out. How would that work logistically? They put it in the store, sure. On PC, no problem. But in the exact paradigm, today's paradigm, would they have to change some of the back end stuff to make that work? Right? You'd have to come with a different UI.
It's already DX12, right? And
true. So that's Windows is different. Yeah.
Yeah, so thankfully, well, I mean, so is Xbox. It's already Windows. So thankfully, Epic is more containerized. It's not just open season, whatever you want to do. That's more Steam.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So since Epic is already containerized, you can basically work out what it is that's allowed and not allowed, and say, based on that, we're gonna make Xbox do all those things that Epic needs, and then just make the store just like Ubisoft shows up, right? The tab in my all games. Boom, there it is.
True. Yeah.
So whatever you own in Epic, there it is. And then
but see, the difference with Ubi though,
themselves.
The difference with Ubi though is Ubi's games tend to be games that are actually purchasable on the Xbox Store native. So when you buy a Ubi Plus subscription, right, they just give you dual entitlement to the equivalent on the Xbox Store, which is already there. This would be, hey, there's no way on earth.
Oh, sorry, my fault. That was my fault. When I hit these number keys, bro, it just goes crazy. Shit, I did that on Boom Show too. Golly, my fault.
Baby. What I was saying, Hargi, this would be a game that would never get a port to Xbox. There's no equivalent. But somehow you'd make it work. You would translate it to make it work natively on that.
Just like they do with everything
when you
else,
say pie in the sky, that is as Black Viking has said, that's a pie from Andromeda smacking you in the face, bro. Woo!
This first, it's already running core Windows anyway, right? So the Xbox is already running core Windows anyways. It's just adding in the layers needed for whatever calls they're making.
Yeah.
Right. So they would just have to make sure, and it already runs DX12. So it's really a question of how much do they need to add to say every game in Epic works, right? They'd have to curate. There's no way around that. They'd have to curate to make sure the game actually functions, right? But by and large, they already know all the calls that are being made, so they can basically do that. The other part is if you say, well, that's crazy. Well, freaking Steam Deck exists. It's running Linux and it's playing Windows games. Right, so it's not like this can't be done.
That was using Proton. It's definitely doable.
So it's not like the company that owns Windows can't figure out how to make Windows stuff work on Xbox. So I'm sure they can pull that off. Right.
My only pushback to you on that is if this was Steam, Gabe don't give two. He don't give. He don't care what you care about. If you want my store, you do what I say. Epic Game Store, they will work with you. So there's no world where Sony will go. Sony will go. Yeah, they did mention it specifically, but I'm talking specifically Ghost of Tsushima specifically, right? Sony will go. We don't want that there. It is on Epic, but my point is, Epic will. Sony will go. We don't want that there, and I can see a world where Epic goes, okay, we'll omit it from from their library. If this was Steam, if this was Steam. Gabe would go pound sand. That means you're taking it out of all of Steam, right?
Yeah.
Epic, because remember, Sony has a stake in Epic. Even if it's small, there's still a stake in Epic. They would be amenable to filtering it out of their library to keep it off the other guy. Them, I can see that happening. If this was Steam, though, Gabe would be like, "Oh, so you're going to a different store then, are you? Peace out."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, we'll I do like that they do that though. We'll see if they do that though.
Sure. I will say I do like your shooting your shot there. That's a good shot. That's very good.
Hey, look, it's not really far off since Phil said it himself, right?
True. Oh no doubt. The Epic Game Store. Right? There is a future because he has spoken it. He said itch. He said Epic Game Store, and when he says that, this is a man who moves mountains, and by mountains I mean financial mountains with his mouth.
Yeah, he's the one who's telling us this is what we're doing.
Yeah. He can't just say anything without having a backing there. So I completely am with you on that one. Black Skeleton, sir.
Yeah, I just don't know how far off it is. That's the reason why it's far-fetched.
Yes. I think it's space age for now, but specifically Ghost of Tsushima is space age for now. But Black Skeleton, sir, how about you? 3, right? What you think will be there, what you want to be there, and shoot your space age shot, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, what I want to be there, I think it's going to be Fable for sure. That's what I want. I'm a chicken chaser, as they say. I don't even. But
he wants to chase chickens.
I say maybe I'm not actually. Maybe I shouldn't say that. But I'll go. That's what I would want. What I think will be there, indie. I think Indy will be there. I also want that as well. I wouldn't mind seeing some more Indiana Jones because that's due. Shoot my shot. And this is not even on a radar. I don't even know if this is even a real thing. Could it exist? It's not even an Xbox thing, just a gaming thing. I want Hogwarts Legacy 2, if that's even a possibility or anything of the sort. That's kind of, I don't know if that has nothing to do with Xbox specifically.
Didn't I hear they were doing an update to Hogwarts Legacy recently? I thought I saw something about an update to Hogwarts.
I need a new one. I need them to just go ahead and say they got a new one on the rise and give me the Quidditch full on and just start it again. Let's have another run and get another try to get another award out of that one somehow. But
so even what you're trying to say is Wired giving it another 1 out of 10. I understand. Okay.
So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to.
Okay. So let's see. A day ago, Hogwarts Legacy update brings magical features such as character respec and photo mode. That was a day ago. That was reported. So they are still kind of tinkering with the game. And I would say I love that game. Love that game. And I would advocate that even if you're not a Harry Potter person, play that game. It is such a games game. It's really good. It's really good. Black Viking, sir, how about you?
All right.
Yes, sir.
Think that will be there. And it's one of my most anticipated games that I know is coming out this year, and that's Replaced.
Yes, sir.
I would really, really love for Replaced to be there. The art style seems amazing. I'm really curious on like some of those fight scenes that you saw, like the beat 'em up scenes, like how animated they were. I would just want to see all that in action, man. Delve into the story. It looks really, really good. So hopefully, was that Fading Afternoon? Will get me closer there, and then we can dive into Replaced whenever that comes out. You know what? I'm gonna change that to what I know will be there. That's gonna be my no. It's Replaced.
Okay, Replaced.
With a date that'll cut a release date. What I think will be there is that Sega Remake Collection.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, Jet Set Radio, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage.
He said Jet Set Radio. All right. Now,
Crazy.
Jet Set Radio regular or Jet Set Radio Future? Because there's a difference. There's a
Future.
big difference.
Future. Yeah.
Thank you.
Crazy Taxi. And it's not like I want it to be a Game Pass announcement, but they'll drip feed those. So no dates, just know that those games, because we saw like 5 months ago at the Game Awards, and they all look very playable. They're in development. I want to see all those going to Game Pass. I want that partnership between Sega Atlas to be strong. You know what I mean? Okay. My Pie in the Sky. Y'all ready?
Here we go.
That rumor about Xbox partnering up with the co-founders of Rocksteady.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I want them to come out on stage, talk about that they're developing a new game for Xbox, will be in Game Pass day one, but to introduce what kind of game it is. Introducing the man with no introduction needed, Todd McFarlane.
Aha! Wow. Okay.
It's been forever since we've had a Spawn game.
Yeah.
And I want the co-founders of the guys that did Arkham to do a Spawn game. I need it.
Same.
The traversal, the if it's in UE5, what it would look like, the city, the villains going to hell, coming back to the city, make it gritty, make it dark. Xbox needs its superhero.
True.
Yep.
So
and
true.
they can come out and say we found it in Spawn.
Yeah.
That's me though. That's just me.
The green eyes, man. I can just see all the cover art. I can see the art styles blending with Xbox so well, man. It'd be amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my pie.
Put it down.
The one I heard about for that studio, that sounded really cool was like a real live full action TMNT, right?
Ooh.
Not like a cartoony.
The last Ronin would be so cool if they did that.
Yeah, like something like that, right? Like so because they've done a good job with like stealth and all that, but like real melee and like it would fit. TMNT would fit so well. That'd be kind of cool. That would be really cool.
Would be amazing.
Worked
on by them. Traversal that
Right.
live it, and you could be in the city too, going in the sewers and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh,
And make it just like not just like, but equivalent to like a Gotham Knights where you can have 4-player co-op.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like
that'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be so cool, man.
Shredder. Ooh, I can see it. I see it.
So,
Yeah.
real quick, mine. What I know will be there. Gear 6. Take it to the bank. Gear 6. It's going to the bank, right? What I want to be there. What I want, and I guess I'll hedge my bets, and I'll do two things that I know will be there. Gear 6 will be there. Joanna Dark. It's there. Come on, Joanna Dark. Right?
I think it's going to open with that.
I need that laptop gun, man.
That Perfect Dark open. I think that's right.
Yes,
Perfect Dark open.
That is
Gear
beautiful.
6 close.
Ooh,
Yeah.
What I want to be there. What I want to be there. Oh man. So badly I want to be there, but I have no hope, but I want it to be there. I need Tatanka to turn into a thing. Give me some goddamn Halo. I need some more Halo.
Yeah,
Please.
that would be nice.
Love it.
Please.
Did you see him in the chat there?
Oh, I need it. I need me some Halo, preferably campaign.
Yes,
Like
100% campaign. It needs to be.
I need it.
Campaign and battle royale. Yep.
Now my pie in the sky. Like just out of nowhere, out of left field, craziness, nowhere. Now I have two, believe it or not, and I'll drop both. One, I need that 007 game.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
It's been in the background. It's been in hushed tones for too damn long. I need to see that 007 game. Right? And on the other side, you and Yubi have a very interesting relationship now. Why don't you bring back the 3 dots? Why don't you bring back the stealth game that everybody's known, that's been wanting forever?
Please.
Preach. Right? Yeah. It would make people lose their damn minds, right? They forget the FUD for like 20 minutes and then they go back to it. But, they forget the FUD for 20 minutes. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, this is probably not a good idea, but do you think they should make it exclusive?
Oh hell no. These days the word exclusive is for horseshoe makers. What are we talking about here?
I tend to agree. Game Pass, on the other hand, is an option.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, so that's mine, man. I want them to rekindle the fires. I want them to remind you why you're there, right? And we'll transition to one last conversation that I want to have before we get the heck out of here, because I want to keep this one.
And the sky thing that maybe
go ahead, please.
Crazy
please,
one.
yeah.
Right? Another.
Hey, you started with Ghost of Tsushima on Xbox, so you go ahead, man. You go ahead. You do you.
Another tier of Game Pass. But it doesn't replace anything we have today. You have what you have. It's good. It's great. It's a higher tier that includes all the subs. So you get your Elder Scrolls Online sub, you get your Fallout 76 sub, you get your World of Warcraft sub, right?
Minecraft.
Your battle passes, you get your Ubisoft Plus, you get your EA Play Pro.
And how much would this sub cost you? $150 a month?
I'll just
30.
throw a number out. Say it's like $30 bucks, $35 a month. Is it worth it? Hell yeah!
That would be
For what you get.
Yeah.
Good God, right?
If it's giving battle
that
passes,
depends. And I'm not saying take away the current one, right? Because I think a lot of people, that's good enough. $17, that's good enough. You're good, right? But for those who play ESO, for those who play World of Warcraft, for those who like Ubisoft games, like you just add 2 of those onto that, you're already well over that amount, right? And it's like, dude, if you could pull off making a Game Pass sub tier that has all that stuff, right? It's a killer option, and there are a lot of World of Warcraft players that might say, "Oh, gee, well, that's not a bad deal. I can get everything. That's pretty cool, right?" ESO and Fallout, if you play both, play even one of them, right? It makes it a very valuable thing. And then, hey, I get the Ubisoft games too. I get all the day and dates for EA. And I'm getting the Ultimate Editions. Well, that's pretty cool. Right? So I it's just something that seems to be like a potential that might be really cool. But look, that's a pie in the sky, ridiculous thing that I don't know if they can pull it off or not. But a lot of those are their own. So if they just decide, hey, we want to create a tier, includes all our subs, right? Because everybody wants to have like, is Warcraft coming to Game Pass? Sure, this is how it comes to Game Pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a way to look at it. I don't know if they're going to do something like that, but it would be really cool if that's something they could pull off.
That'd be them putting their foot down. That'd be them putting it on the table. Like, bam, here we are.
Yeah.
What you gonna do about it?
Yeah. The ultimate sub, right? Here you go. You get all your Ubies. You get all your
We
EAs,
are a sub company. This is our proof.
right? And now you've basically taken all the casual games and said day and date Game Pass. You've got it all. You've got it all.
True.
Right?
So, okay. Last conversation, but before I do, let me close out my poll here. I had a poll up for the Xbox Showcase 2023 grade. 60% of voters say A. 34% say B. 3% said D, and 4% said C. But by and large, our audience agrees that it was a decent show last year.
Bro,
it can only go up from there.
D is, I was thinking, I was like, dang.
We didn't talk to them D people, We didn't talk to them D people.
So how many were A?
Please. A was basically the vast majority of our audience. Like A was like, what is it? 58%. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So,
58. Nice. Okay.
yeah,
So
most
the
people
inverse of the Sony show. Just okay. That's cool.
Oh, had to skewer the people. Had to do it. Okay. This man. But okay, before we get out of here though, let's not forget the elephant in the room. And what elephant am I talking about? I'm talking about the big 10-ton gorilla in the room, which is Call of Duty 6. Black Ops.
Yeah.
Gonna be there. They're gonna have a whole showcase dedicated to it. Now, Black Viking, sir.
Yeah.
You and I had a little bit of a conversation before where you were saying, hey man, why is it that they dropped the real life trailer on the Black Ops channel? Right? Everybody who saw it, mass amounts of people saw
45 times the amount of people saw that than they
there
did
was
the Xbox
no
one.
mention of Game Pass in that one. Right. And then the Xbox one, which probably by now has gotten more views, but it won't get as much views as the original version. And in that one, there's Game Pass all over the place. I said it was a smart move. You said, I'll take you to task on that. I will allow you the floor to expound, sir.
Yeah, so like you spent $70 billion on this, right? I think everybody already knows it's multi-platform. Right, you're just adding on the end that it's coming to Game Pass, right? Just like if any movie or TV show trailer, it's available for you to purchase wherever, but it's on this streaming service or on this subscription service. I find there must be something contractually whenever they did the what do you call it? The deal with PlayStation to maybe the ABK marketing branch cannot, at least for a couple of years, cannot explicitly say that it's on Game Pass, but that it can be on Xbox side. And I wonder how they're going to market it during the Direct, since it's its own separate thing. Will they include Game Pass into that? That'll be very telling. Right?
Here's the question: what channel will that Direct be on?
It will be.
That tells you something.
It does.
That's why I said it's smart. Right.
Okay.
The reason why I think it's smart is because they are not trying to like the old school cats, the ones who remember how things were, the Nintendo, that world. They want to see you get shot, you down, and they get teabagged. That's a different world, right? It's a different world. These guys are turning once competitors into now partners. Hey, we'll help you with your AI dreams. Hey, we'll put our wares on your platform. How many black hole games do we have that literally power your platform now? Right? Yeah. And in order to make that world work, You don't teabag your competitor. You give him a hand.
Not to say anything slanderous.
And you lift them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can still show the PlayStation logo. You can still show, where it's going to be. Just include that it's on Game Pass. Is all.
See, but that right there undercuts the message of your partner. It does.
Listen,
and
partner.
No,
partner.
Hear me.
Partner is two ways. It's two ways. Like this is a one-sided relationship at this moment.
Not necessarily. Now, this is the reason why I say this is smart. Because look, every game, with the exception of maybe a few of them, will not bring the casual media to the market, right? What news gets made by Call of Duty is heard of by CNN. It's heard of by MSNBC and NBC and all your standard fed, right? This is a unique property, that you don't need to sell the message because the casual sell your message for you. Because Call of Duty is the 10-pound gorilla in any room. It's the same thing as in GTA, right? Whatever small news drops about GTA becomes national news because it's the game that everyone plays. It's the billion-dollar franchise, right?
Okay, yep.
And the reason why I think this is smart is this is the needle they thread where they, as in Microsoft proper, go, hey man, we ain't here to we're not here to kick you while you're down. Let's give you a helping hand because they know that whenever it's announced and wherever it's talked about, every media outlet will go, it's here, and it's also on Game Pass. They don't need to say
IGN hasn't yet.
Oh, IGN will. Will. Yes, they will, because at this point, there is no denying it. Remember, every single time you hear any story about anything like that, they like to be thorough. Well, this happened, this happened, and it's also going to be available in all these places. Not other IPs don't get that same deference.
No. IGN has been caught too many times saying, here are games coming out.
But you know what, though? Even in this specific instance, screw IGN. In this specific instance, screw IGN because Call of Duty is bigger than IGN.
You can say other that, IPs, but
sure.
If the casual's looking, they're gonna look at IGN. Okay,
yeah, that's all they look at.
No, I don't. No, I want Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Game Pass underneath it. Zero reason. That
says the slanderous one.
No, it's not slanderous. It's their property. They can do that.
Of course they can. Look, and I'm not saying you won't see that marketing. I'm not saying you won't see that marketing. I'm saying you won't see that marketing on the general, because again, like what do you call it? ABK and all this, it's going to stand on its own. It's a multi-plat publisher, right?
Who cares?
They are positioning ABK as this third party that
the reason why it needs to happen is because no other game can afford the marketing of Call of Duty. Call of Duty, like you said, will be general media. Right?
Yes, it will be
I want the logo to have Game Pass under it, so every moron who looks at it says, "What the hell is Game Pass?" Okay, that's literally why that needs to be there. That's literally why it needs to be there.
I'm not saying you're wrong, and that it would.
So
it would
I'm
move 100%
the with Viking on this. I want Game Pass everywhere.
But what that will do is that will continue to make those people who you depend on to eat, because Game Pass, believe it or not, ABK needs PlayStation.
I don't care.
You don't care. They do.
Their
market of success is different than yours.
I don't think anybody would look at it, Kay, and see Game Pass on there. Listen, PlayStation is the one that makes you believe that a game is solely on PlayStation.
Exactly.
Xbox has never done that.
Shamelessly do it.
And they did it with this previous showcase where I had to go look up every single game, and they're all coming to PC or Xbox besides Astrobot, right?
Yes.
PlayStation is the one that does that, like 100%, and they're really good and effective at it. Microsoft's never really done that. We've known all these games that if it's from a partner, that's more than likely going to be multi-plat. Same thing with something as big as Call of Duty or a Madden or a FIFA. Like, just because there's Game Pass like on the logo, people still will know that it's going to be on their box. You know what I mean? I don't think it would take away from that. Now you're just marketing that, hey, Game Pass has the newest Call of Duty within it. You know what I mean?
And let me be clear. I'm not saying they're not going to market it. I'm just saying they're going to market it specifically to their audience, meaning Game Pass PC, you'll see it. Xbox, you'll see it. But on the general channel, you probably won't.
This is why they fail to get subscriptions, right?
Yeah.
You need to market it at this level because this is the biggest marketing vehicle, period. I want this marketing Game Pass everywhere, right? If they want to get to 1,500 million,
what I won't doubt from you, though, Hargi, what I won't doubt is if this role was reversed, PlayStation will be putting like PS Plus on everything. You would see
everything.
You would see PS Pluses
everywhere.
Call of Duty.
New York Times Square, it'd be everywhere.
I'm sick of them not doing what they should. Like have
Microsoft thinks differently,
you
right?
bought this 70 bills.
They roll differently. They see beyond the immediate. Well, yeah, but it's not for you to care.
Let us have competition. This is competition. Put your damn subscription right there so that people go question, what is that?
Paris is saying, why do you think they are doing a COD Direct to market Xbox to the mass audience?
Hell yeah. And I want
my question,
everywhere.
Question, Paris, and I want you to answer this in the chat if you can. So do you
think the chat? Come on in, Paris.
Or you can come in. Yeah, brother. Please. If you want the invite, let me know. I'll definitely send it. Of course, Paris is always welcome. I guess what I want to know from you, sir, is do you think them not putting Game Pass logos on the main Call of Duty feed was a good look? Do you think it was purposely done? Do you think it was subconsciously done? Do you think it was a mistake? And the man wants the link. We will definitely get the man in here to get the link. Hey, man,
whenever they did this and they put it into Game Pass, is this about growing subscriptions or not?
So do you know why I think? Do you know why I think it's different? I think it's about growing subscriptions to some of them. But they don't all. They are not all focused in that direction.
Yeah. Right? I think
there are some who are focused in that direction, and others who are just focused on the bottom line and the immediate return on investment. Well, and that's the reason why the needle must be thread very carefully.
Call of Duty makes a lot of its money on microtransactions, right? So I'm not 100%. Worried about it making money. The point is to get Game Pass out there and grow it, right? So that people even just look at what the hell is Game Pass and say, oh crap, it has all this in it? Hell yeah. Right? And think about coming over to this side instead of being on PlayStation. There's half the PlayStation 4 players have not come over, right?
Yeah.
This is the
opportunity.
What I've
learned? Do you know what I've learned, ladies and gentlemen? I have learned that I have the perfect chum in the water to always, even if it's not planned, to pull the one Paris Lily.
Hey, Paris.
What up, you know what's funny? I say this every week. It seems like I'm like, I'm not going to jump in there. I'm not going to say anything. But I
you are now officially the unofficial third chair, sir. You are always welcome here. The chat is open to you.
Yes,
the floor is open to you, sir. Speak on it.
No, I mean I'm like so freaking jet lagged. Just traveling back and forth, so I'm a little tired. So I hope I'm making sense. But I was just listening just now to the Call of Duty thing, and yes, Infinite. I was yelling in the chat because I wanted to make sure my point got across. That this is the whole point of them doing a Call of Duty Direct, in that it's not about Call of Duty is going to sell regardless. Yeah. It's like you were just talking about subscriptions versus sale. They win either way. Either you're gonna buy it for $70. Or you're going to subscribe to Game Pass. So they're going to win either way as far as that goes. But the whole point of them doing this, because I always was just thinking, well, why do a Call of Duty Direct? That doesn't make any sense. But now I'm starting to understand why. It's not about Call of Duty. It's about marketing Xbox. Because we were talking about this on Kind of Funny last week that, sure, you can subscribe to Game Pass. You guys were just mentioning to this. It's the battle pass. It's the microtransactions. That's where they're going to make money. So them putting Call of Duty in Game Pass isn't going to hurt them because you're still going to make all your money regardless of that. But this, now that it is the number one selling game every year, there are people that aren't invested into Xbox ecosystem that will watch that Call of Duty Direct. And if you sprinkle in various incentives and perks, of being a part of the Xbox ecosystem into that direct, maybe you can sway some minds into going, well, you know what?
Here's my question then, sir. You're all good points. But then the question that Black Viking poses is an apt question, and I ask you, why is it then, if that's the key, why is it then that you release the trailer first on the main Call of Duty channel, which has all the eyeballs, no mention of Game Pass, and then when you release it on the Xbox channel, which has a small subset in comparison to the main channel, and there you mention Call of Duty? Was that an oversight, you think?
There could be some legalese in there as to why. You know, because I think if we even go back to that FTC trial and just everything that was disclosed, it sounds like PlayStation still has some I want to say rights, that's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. There basically could still be some agreements in place that they aren't necessarily going to do that, or who the hell knows? We might get to the showcase next week and all that changes. But I think they're being careful about, you don't want to beat people over the head about Game Pass too soon.
This is my point. See, I said that y'all throwing the virtual.
No, I'm not saying to beat anybody over the head. I'm just saying a logo at the end would be nice.
Nah, but think of it this way. But think of it this way, though. If you wait until that direct, when you know you got all the eyeballs on this all at once, and you're having people on camera talking about this, the benefits of it being in Game Pass, you're going to be able to get this. Because remember, they got to keep some kind of parity between PlayStation and Xbox. But who's to say that you don't get a discount on the Battle Pass if you're subscribed to Game Pass or things like that?
So, Paris, you think that they'll do that during the COD Direct? Do you think that they will actively shout out Xbox or Game Pass or the benefits of having, or do you think they strictly keep it exactly how they've kept every other Call of Duty and just talked about Call of Duty?
I think it would be a mistake. Then what's the point of doing this direct after the showcase? Would be my point. Now that you got, because the fact that you're pairing it with the Xbox showcase, you're going to now get people that will watch the showcase before, and then, all right, now I'm gonna tune in to this direct. If I'm not actively talking about the benefits of Call of Duty now being a part of Xbox, then you might as well have kept it separate and do it later in the summer like you normally do. So you would think so. Yeah. I honestly, I'd be surprised if they didn't. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I think that's what got me nervous, is seeing the Call of Duty, the main channel, which got like 40 times more views than the Xbox channel.
It didn't get any kind of third part, any kind of Xbox attention. Right. Yes.
And that was a bit of my worry going into the direct, I guess.
How many?
What did I just say that was irrelevant? I swear the chat's so dumb sometimes. Moving it forward though to the showcase. So, Asante, are you going to be there? I can't remember.
Oh, yes.
You're damn right, sir. You're damn right. I'll be there with bells on, sir. I'll be there.
We'll be there.
I confirmed all my information about it yesterday on the email, sir. I'm ready to go.
Fantastic. Yes. Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah, but look, I still think they should have done it on the Activision channel. I'm very annoyed that they don't do these things correctly. Like, they really should be plastering it everywhere, right? Wherever you get eyeballs, that should be there. Game Pass should just be there. They need to do that, right? If they're not going to,
what about that idea that their hands may be somewhat tied in certain ways, and they're threading it carefully?
How
it could have been the deal that they signed with Jimbo. To where the 10-year deal could have some legalese in there.
Exactly.
They can't do that.
Could be.
Exactly. Right.
But guess what, guys?
They can't keep it exclusive, not even by choice. That's already out there.
I've been telling everybody this. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 might not move the needle for Game Pass subscriptions, but the whole backlog of Call of Duty coming to Game Pass will. That's the thing that they need to really,
and I would imagine
that part.
Yeah, which I hope it comes into it. Yeah, right. Like, we have the 360 gen stuff come in, and then maybe a month or two later you have the Xbox One stuff.
Yep.
Okay. Now hold on. Let me get the super chat real quick, because this is
whoa.
Okay. So now is it Sapo or Safo? Forgive me if I mentioned it incorrectly. With a $5 super chat, appreciate you being here. Saying, now that Astro appears to be releasing this year. Yes, I said it was a great game. I'm looking forward to it. But Astro is appearing to release this year. Do we believe the media will downplay COD going into Game Pass as well as the Xbox show?
Can I answer this one? Can I answer this
one? Do me a favor. Yes.
Here's how I'm going to frame it. No, they won't downplay COD going into Game Pass, but they will ding Xbox for not having their own type of family-friendly IP mascot.
See, I see what he's doing there.
You know I am because I will be one of those people.
Banjo needle. He's threading that banjo needle real quick.
Yeah.
I see.
No, but that's real though, and I've jokingly talked about this over the years, but there is a serious tinge to this that, come on, at some point, PlayStation has smartly built up Astro to now this. People were being I wish everyone was here, but people were being blasphemous comparing it to Mario at this point. But I tell you what, I'll be there day 1, September 6th to play it.
Hey, let me be clear here. When I made my comparisons, and I'm one of those people, when I made my comparisons, what I mean is not the lineage, right? It's not the historical references and not the historical touch points. It's the fact that level of quality, the creativity, like they literally blatantly stole some parts of Mario in that trailer.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Big and all that. But you can see it's like when a movie finally gets close to Pixar quality, you're like, oh, I see what you're doing. That's how I felt watching this thing. They finally, like, as my everborn Sonic lover always say, oh, they're better. No, you're not. You haven't even come close.
Yeah.
These dudes came close. Closest I've ever seen.
Well, look, Paris, I'll point out one thing, right? Yes, they don't have a massive platformer equivalent. They have plenty of them, by the way, as far as like IP. They have them. They own it. But,
sure, but they just they haven't used any of them.
But they do have the top game played by kids, and that is Minecraft, right?
Yeah. And right? But we understand that's not viewed. It's not viewed in the same vein as a Mario or a Sonic.
Not.
True.
Yeah.
True. For sure. Yeah. It's not tied
but
to their IP
by more kids.
Sure, but it's not tied to their IP, to their franchise, to their brand. It's not like, oh, I'm playing this Xbox game. Like Minecraft is on its own. It lives on its own, right? They are the stewards of Minecraft. They are not the owners of Minecraft. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, so look, it's possible that they would. I think they're doing Spyro. Is that the one they're doing? And then possibly Banjo is going to be at the showcase, right? We'll see. But
see, and now mission accomplished for Paris Lily. This is what he wanted to do.
No, I mean, when it's announced, Paris, we'll all be looking at you.
Oh, I know. Reaction. Oh, I know. My Twitter will probably explode if and or when that happens.
Go, my God!
Look, I have on good authority, and this isn't a freaking leak or anything.
Hey!
They know.
Are you listening? Are you listening there, Sloth? What's going on? Go ahead, Paris.
No. See, this is why I'm framing it this way, because don't be misinterpreting what I'm saying. But
understood.
I know that Banjo has come up internally. I know that for 100% fact. If we're getting a game, if it's already being worked on, I know Phil publicly said, "Hey, Banjo fans, we hear you." Will it be this year? I don't know. I'll be excited for this.
He's also said 1 versus 100 fans, we hear you.
I know.
He's also said, hey, people who want the Game Pass family plan, we hear you. There's a lot of hearing. Just saying. I'm playing that slanderous counterpoint here. Forgive me. It is what it is. But I know that they've heard that talk. I just want any mascot of any kind, right? If you can thread that needle,
we have one.
Banjo,
we have one. It's just not a child-friendly one. There is a mascot for Xbox. It's Master Chief. That is the mascot for Xbox. So it is what it is, dude. It's like on the inside of a freaking box. So it is what it is. I
don't know about. Yeah, it's on the inside of the freaking box. But when was the last time they even referenced that dude? Like they kind of mothballed him for a while. They did.
2021 when the game came out.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2021.
I have a console with. Master Chief on it.
Rasputin could be perfect, but they'd have to bring that to TV and movies. Yep. Like they have they have to bring that outside of video games, and then I think that could 100% be their mascot because like I don't want to talk about Hi-Fi Rush, but Rasputin would be
Rasputin. I love talking about He's a cool character.
Yeah.
I disagree.
You disagree with
yes. Let's hear it.
As much as I love the Psychonauts, and Psychonauts 2 was one of the best games of 2021, the fact it didn't win an award was ridiculous. It's not that world, the way they frame, the way Tim Schafer and those guys frame that world of Psychonauts. I don't think it will ever have mass appeal. We love it. There's obviously a section of the audience that will love it, but it will never be on the level of a Mario or a Sonic. I don't think.
Yeah, he said Mario or a Sonic. You know, everyone's gonna clip that, right?
Well, see, he's not here. This is why I can positively talk about Sonic because he's not here.
Okay.
So you don't think Crash would be a good one, or?
Yeah,
Which
Crash, but Crash has too much connotations to PlayStation.
Yes,
right? You can't do that. You know.
I guess. I mean, Sonic would if Sonic were like Sega were bought by Xbox, Sonic would become the de facto one, wouldn't it? But you would say, oh, it has to Sega. Like, does it matter? It's now owned by Xbox.
Yeah. See, and Elton is asking, do they hear the Viva Pinata fans? My daughter still plays that game religiously. Like to this day, she's 7.
Good game.
Great game.
Nice.
Yeah. You know. So okay, Paris, we won't put you on the spot. We know you have certain deets that you can't share. Right?
Put me on the spot because I don't know anything. So please,
okay, great.
Ask me whatever you want.
I will ask you the 3 questions I've asked these gentlemen.
Yeah.
What you know will be there, what you want to be there, and shoot your shot with the pie in the sky, amaze balls. Like we've heard people talking about Ghost of Tsushima on Xbox. Shoot your shot, sir. What are the 3?
I'll do it in reverse order. Shoot my shot. I'm going to say Banjo, of course, because that would be the game I want.
That's a hedge, sir. That's a hedge, but continue.
Okay. Then maybe I'll come back to that. But I want to see Perfect Dark personally. That's the game for whatever it is. I want to see it. We need to see that game. You know, what is it going to be? So I would say that as far as that I know is going to be there, nothing, because I don't know anything.
See, the man that knows he knows nothing at all. I understand.
I swear to you, I know absolutely nothing. And I will tell you in person why I don't.
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, we'll put a pin in that and come back to it. Now, you had a chance to give me something. Give me something that would have Paris Lily standing up and clapping single man in the hall. Like amazing.
Well, I just told you it was Banjo, and you said I can't say that. No, really? The handheld. The handheld. That would be the thing. If they were to go on record now that thing is coming, that would be my applause moment for them to do it. And I think they should. I personally think whether it does not come until holiday 2025, because I've kind of revised my thoughts on this thing. We can talk about that later. But even if it's not going to come for another 18 months, I think you acknowledge it exists.
Show it.
Very similar to Project Scorpio. Just acknowledge that you're working on it. I think that would go a long way.
Okay. No, I don't disagree with you on that. And we're getting some really great responses in the chat. Killer Instinct 2. I like Killer Instinct 2. I like the idea of that. They've already talked about, potential rekindling of that fire. We've heard a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see at least something about it, Some of the Japanese games, though, I'm not so sure. Like Lost Odyssey 2.
Oh, I forgot about Lost Odyssey. Dang.
I don't know about the Lost Odyssey 2. And then, of course, Abdel is sitting there taking you to task. He says Conquer is better than Banjo. That loud mouth swearing.
Okay.
I don't know about
let me jump in on this because whatever, I think I can't even keep up what day it is, but whenever I tweeted about someone asked me something about Xbox and I said, oh, it was when they showed Astro, when people was like Xbox needs something, and I quote tweeted it in all caps, said Banjo-Kazooie. The amount of people responding to me, well, Conquer's better. Guess what? I don't care. How about that? I don't care. It doesn't matter. It could be Conquer could be the greatest game of all time. I still want Banjo. It shouldn't be this is better than this or this is better than that. To be honest with you, I would love for both of them to come back. I just think you have a higher chance of Banjo coming back than Conquer coming back at this point.
Conquer's a little too foul-mouthed for the world.
Yeah, and I was going to say, it doesn't accomplish what you want, right? To have a child-friendly, mascot.
Yeah.
Conquer.
And speaking of,
is going completely crazy. He says Sonic Adventure is better than Mario Sunshine.
I agree.
Somebody take him home. He's drunk.
I agree with that. Actually, Mario Sunshine is my least favorite one, to be honest. Sue me.
Yes, the qualifier of sunshine might give you. I don't know.
Galaxy's better. Odyssey's better.
That's
it's still a Mario game.
Yeah, true. That's why I'm like, I don't know about that real quick. Anyway, I'm sorry.
It's like saying it's my least favorite Zelda game. It's still a Zelda game.
But there's better Zeldas than other. This is
sure.
Sunshine did not hit the marks like they should have. I put that one down a lot faster than I did Galaxies and Odysseys and Mario 64s and all those. Personally, look cool.
Hey, can I ask the VR heads in here a question really quick?
Yeah,
do you guys think, like this goes for you too, Paris? Do you guys think that we see the Meta Xbox Connect for the Quest during the showcase?
You mean the painted Quest 3 that's called the Microsoft?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think that's a Meta. Meta would announce that. I don't think Xbox would do that on their show. Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't really move the needle. It's just a color.
Yeah.
It's just.
But what if there's like some sort of connection between VR games, like being able to tether it to the Xbox in some form or fashion?
Can I say this?
Massive.
Can I say this? Because allegedly I'm not allowed to comment on PlayStation stuff, but I will here. After that VR2 showing that we just saw, I don't think you should say VR anything at an Xbox showcase. and this is from someone. This is from someone who likes the VR2 hardware. The initial when it rolled out, I was like, hey, this has potential, but PlayStation clearly through the hardware sales are not supporting that game. They're just not.
So Napoleon is in the chat, and I'm throwing some shade because he's like 4'2" or whatever.
Okay, can we pause? Can we pause for a second? I have to address this.
How is Paris gonna duck you?
No,
guys, you're like a foot shorter.
Let's speak on it. Septic Sauce is in the chat saying Paris ducked me when he was in London.
The F I did.
Smart choice.
The F I did. He knew what he was doing. He go send me a little DM. Hey, we're over here, and I was like, hey man, I took a nap. I just woke up. Let me know what's going on, and then I don't hear
y'all
from
didn't
his
see
ass
each other.
ever again.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Y'all, it would have been good.
Me. Nah, but on the real, I'm bummed that I didn't get to see guys. It was just. I had like 20 different people that wanted to meet up. He was out with Colt, and it just didn't work out, unfortunately. Yeah. But hey, guys, I'll be back though, sir.
Oh boy! Is that a threat or a promise? Like, damn.
Both.
Okay. So we are at around 3 hours now, right? And I always say when the Everborn Bloviator is not here, the show becomes more concise. We usually have a 4-hour show. We're making it a 3-hour show this week. So with this, I think we should adjourn. Unless we have anything else. I know there's a lot of FUD in the community. There's a lot. If you haven't seen the great Abubakar Salim's little screed on the internet,
man,
go watch that. Man. I would like to have a podcast dedicated only to what he said. But we were riding the hype train today, right? We were riding the positivity train. Can't wait for next week. So I think we'll leave it there. You know, having the great Paris Lee join us after his jet lag trip. Appreciate you being here, sir.
Yeah, Paris.
Before you go, why don't you let us know where we can keep up with all your ongoings? Now, you say you will be doing more shows on your own channel. Can we see something new from you anytime soon?
Oh, you will absolutely see a couple things from me after next weekend, because my London trip, I will be having some content on my own personal channel for that.
Can we get a hint of any of these things that are coming out?
I can tell you right now exactly what that'll be. It will be Fallout 76 related. That's no secret, because that's why I was in London. But I'll be doing that on my personal channel. Obviously, I'll have some stuff I'll be reacting to, just obviously with everything next weekend with Summer Game Fest. But I'll also be on Kind of Funny, obviously doing stuff there. Be on Game Tech Radio, doing stuff there as well. I'm looking forward to seeing you, sir, next week. Hargeet, I'm looking forward to seeing you as well. It's going to be a good weekend next week. I'm really looking forward to it, because this matter of fact, going to what you were just talking about, that the video that Abu posted, this is what he was talking about, what next weekend could be. It's about getting diverse opinions, seeing diverse games, just everything on that. That's what I'm so excited next weekend for is us all being together in person, face to face. Forget all this online nonsense, the knuckleheads in your chat, all that. Yes, I'm talking junk to your chat. Do it in person. Just like jokingly, Gaz and I go back and forth, but honestly, if we'd have been together, it would have been a great time. That's the stuff that excites me. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. And it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good.
Excellent. Now, Hargi Chani, sir, how about you? I know you're gonna be there next week with us. Well, where else? What other podcasts are keeping you from gaming this week?
I know. Hopefully not much this week. Hopefully it's just boom on Wednesday. We're skipping GameStalk Live this Sunday. We'll skip it next week, obviously, because we're going to be in the June showcase, and then we'll come back after that. So it won't be on Fonz's either. But we will, and Friday is usually the night shift, and we'll be at Summer Game Fest while that's running. So for Doodle and C-Money's night shift podcast. So that's basically it. It'll just be Booms, and I think that show is going to be our prediction show for what's coming in the and Boom, of course, will also be there. He'll be with us. That's going to be our prediction show.
I'm so sad. I want to go.
You should have
I don't think we can get you to FanFest this time, but
I know.
There's the other stuff. Next time.
You being here, man. Awesome to have you here as usual. And of course, the brothers from the Longhouse Gaming Podcast. Supernova couldn't make it this week, but hey, we will have him on the show for sure. I'll start with you, Black Skellington. It was great having you on the show for the first time. The door is open, sir. You are always welcome to come back. Where can people keep up with all your ongoings? You gonna be streaming more of that banger that is Rogue Prince of Persia?
Oh, you know it. First, I want to say I appreciate being here. Thank you very much. It's an honor for sure. I love the show. I love the music you play. To be honest, man, I can't help that. You have a good ear for music. I go by Black Skellington with 2 Qs. You can catch me on the Longhouse Gaming Podcast Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I also stream on my personal channel Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern, streaming a multitude of games. Thank God for Game Pass because I get to play a lot. So thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. Happy to be here.
And the Viking himself, sir.
Yeah,
I know you ain't gonna be in there next week. It's unfortunate, brother. We need to press the flesh pause soon enough.
We'll be at PAX West.
Okay.
I will too.
So hey, we'll meet up, have a little bit, some cognac, Paris.
Oh, there you go. Pinky in the air. Let's go. All right. Yes, sir. Okay.
That'll be fun, man. I can't wait to meet a lot of the community while I'm there. So it'd be cool, man. It sucks. I really wanted to be at Summer Games Fest, IGN joint, Xbox show, like all that would have been super nice. But hey, maybe next year we'll see. Gotta keep grinding, And then same thing with that Scale said. My Tuesdays and Thursdays, Longhouse Gaming Podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow, I'm actually my first time being on the Iron Lord, so that's going to be super.
They called you to the big stage, baby. To me, that is the big stage.
Mount Rushmore, right?
Indeed.
So that's going to be cool, man. And then I think that's about it, man. So since we're not going to the showcase, we'll be live streaming it next Sunday. That'll be cool. But like anytime you guys catch us on the Longhouse Gaming Podcast, anytime we stream, you can catch the horn, baby.
Yes, sir.
Can I interrupt before you continue?
Yeah.
Did you? Because I didn't get to catch your whole show, but did you address what Black Viking and the whole review score thing? Did you talk about that on the show?
We've not on this show. We've talked about that like pretty extensively.
Okay.
Yes. Do you have more you wish to add?
I have a public comment that I want to say since Black Viking is here. Him and I have talked privately, but I'm gonna say this publicly. I am so glad that you did that. And the reason being is look at the conversation that it sparked. Now, as we talked privately, there was a couple of things you probably could have tweaked. You know what I mean? But regardless of that, the fact that you put that out there, that's how you plan to review games. I applaud that. No one can tell you how to review a game. If that's what you want to do, that's what you do. But to see so many people across this industry go out of their way to criticize you for that says that you're doing something that was needed, in my personal opinion. Look, I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't gonna go that damn in depth. You gonna way farther than I ever would. But the point is, for your audience and for what you want to do, that's a reference for anybody that wants to see how you systematically broke down a game. That option is there, and I applaud you for that. 10 toes down. I know you ain't gonna back down from what anybody said, but I am glad that you did that, because I think that's needed. Because I do think there are a lot of reviews out there that people are just throwing stuff at the wall versus actually putting any real thought and effort into it. And I applaud you for putting the thought and effort into doing that.
Yeah, I think my only issue with the whole debacle, like, I'm glad people were sharing it and I'm glad some journalists reached out and offered solid advice. But some were just like crazy. Like, I'm not trying to get rid of people's work for their written review. You know what I mean? Like, at all. Like, even for myself, there will be a written review or a video. I'm just showing you, the audience, that final score that you see. Along with the words, how did I get there? How did I get to that number?
You know what I mean? Show your work.
Yeah. So, but thank you, Paris. So you and Kay Asante really talked me through a lot for that, like after the fact, and Kay Asante before. So yeah, we're going to, and I had Black Skeleton's help and Nova's help with crafting that and how we wanted to review games. And yeah, we're going to go. Yeah.
And like I told you privately, I will say publicly, regardless of however this came out, now they know who you are.
True. Yeah.
Like you, love you, hate you, whatever. They know who you are now.
You on their radar now, man. You
exactly.
On their radar. That's right.
That's good.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Yep. Absolutely. No, I think, and everybody knows my thoughts on the matter, right? I think, all those who brought themselves out there to go out of their way to criticize, tell me you're a gatekeeper without telling me you're a gatekeeper. Like, come on.
Look. I'm gonna keep it a buck again, and people, you please clip this. You can put this wherever you want. As people of color, as Black men in this space, I say it all the time privately, and I will say it publicly right here. We have to work twice as hard to get half the result. So I am always going to applaud my fellow brothers that are putting in the work to try and do something in this industry to stand out so that their voices are heard. And when you see certain people go out of their way to try and discredit what you're doing, it lets you know that you are doing it the right way. You are doing something that's good in this space. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. You can always tweak and as you go along, right? Listen to feedback like I know you're already doing. But the fact that you are doing this and the fact that some people got very loud about you doing this says everything about that. Number one, ain't enough of us in this industry as it is. Matter of fact, go away. Look, I will shamelessly plug the interview that Blessing did yesterday talking about being Black in gaming. Go watch that, because that is what it's all about. That's the stuff that I deal with. That's the stuff that Blessing deals with. That's the stuff that Khalif deals with. That's what we all deal with as it is. And to see people, you being a smaller creator that's trying to have your voice heard and hear someone trying to immediately silence you, says everything that you need to know. So keep doing what you're doing.
Will do, sir. Hey, there's a business on the bottom of my Gucci sandals, and I'm standing on it.
Wow. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to all the great folks that have been in here. Shout out to the 380 people at peak that was rocking with us either on YouTube or in these here Twitter streets. We appreciate y'all for watching. We appreciate y'all for being here. Now, next week, we might not have a show because I definitely will not be here. I'm going to work things in the background and see if maybe the Gaming Circle podcast can continue. We'll see. But if not, you'll see us probably on other channels. I'll be in LA with Boomstick. We'll do a breakfast with Boom from LA. It'll be amazing. We're gonna try to do some things with the community while we're out there. You'll see more backstage as much as I can footage that I'll put on the channel to let y'all know how my experience was and all that. So yes, it's gonna be super exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be at IGN Live. I'll be at I'll be at Giant Bomb Live. I'll be at the Summer Game Fest. I'll be at the Xbox Game Show. I'm there everywhere. Wherever there's gonna be talk, I'll be there. The only thing I'll miss is the Ubisoft Forward because unfortunately work got to get done. I'll be back on Monday, but yes, I wish I could have done that one as well, but unfortunately I had to pick and choose. So Monday's the only one I may miss, but I'll be on all the others as well. I'll be there. I'll be the guy, the black dude. All you see is teeth smiling ear to ear in the background. Yeah, that'll be me. I'll be wherever there needs to be that I need to find myself. But I appreciate all the folks who continue to support us. All the like buttons that y'all are hitting, we appreciate that. Consider being a subscriber if you haven't subscribed already, and memberships. You guys literally powered my ability to go to all these shows. You'll also see me in Germany, all because of many of the channel memberships and all the fans and everything of the show. So thank you guys so much. Before we get out of here, I will once again say,
I might see you in Germany too, by the way.
Oh, this man. We're gonna do this. All right, he is. That's right. So yes, I already have Germany booked. It's all ready to go. So I'm excited for that as well. I get to see some family and stuff. I will say, Big Mad Mo, holla at me. BT Maverick 707, holla at me. You guys both want a copy of the game. Hypercharged. You want a copy? Hit me up in the DMs. I will get you a free copy. But it has been an awesome show. I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm tired, man. It's about that time for us to get out of here. So see y'all next week, or probably in 2 weeks, if for me anyway. But peace.
Nice to be in orbit.